Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? As you can see on the other side, I am joined by Kogasa, and we are having a look at the newly translated fan expansion for Necronica called Scarlet March. Now, neither of us, as far as I know, has actually had a look at this beforehand, so we're all going in blind. Yeah, I was gonna ask. I did mention you might have had you might have been asked to do like a look at translations of things. Oh, oh, hold on. Let me fix that then. Thanks for letting me know about that, Dusk. Where is it? Where? There we go.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's there you go. Now they can hear you.
Okay.
Now they can hear you. There we go.
Now they can hear my beautiful, beautiful screams as I die horribly in the corner.
Yes.
Yes, that's great. Hello there, Barack, and hello there, Dusk, and hello there, Kogasagasagasa.
You don't have to talk to yourself, Kogasa.
I will talk to myself. It's my goddamn right.
Oh, but anyways, so what I do know about this book, because I peeked at the summary,
Yeah.
is that it is introducing new classes and positions as well as new parts. You
Yep.
mentioned the skills, which went with one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just like this again. I have no idea how any of this is going to work, but let me just give everyone here a little summary of what that entails. So, the new positions are as follows. Commissar, a position centered around leading, inspiring, and demoralizing enemies with words. Barbarossa, a ruthless position based around using every tool to destroy her enemies. And Crusader, zealot dolls dedicated to a single cause and their sisters. As for the classes, we have Voynich, formless and versatile dolls who change in the middle of the fight to adapt to their enemies. Cicada, fake dolls that directly manipulate slime mold, hacking and crippling foes through misdirection. And Kryptos, gunner dolls who control the battle with overwhelming firepower. Along with that, we also have new parts, and I don't know what any of those are, but we'll find out together. And hey there, Dusk, how are you doing?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey there, Dusk. Hey there, Varag. I know Kogasa said hi to you, but that's just rude for me
Hi.
not to. Ugh. So then, let me pull up. Now that, let's just pull this up real quickly so everybody can get a better look at the cover. So this is the cover of Scarlet March.
It is very slow.
And it is, yeah, it's a very small image, and I had to figure out how to make that work. And then, now that we've seen that, I don't want to do that, damn it. I just wanted to make the, fuck you, OBS. It's fine. It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
You found the original file, I see.
Yes, I did. I did find the original file. And now I can pull up this window, and everyone else can follow along.
Mm-hmm.
See just what we have to look at here. So, you can see this was originally made by a group called Noobsnechronica, which I've never heard of. You know anything about them, Kogasa?
Not very, but I know that they have a boost, aka Boost.pm, that sells this book.
Okay.
Yeah. And there is some like a pretty good like graphics on there. There's a I'll link it. I'll link the tweet,
Yeah.
promotional tweet from the original author.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
As you can see, there's a page of short manga thing on it.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
nice.
And you can click and follow the link. And this is the original Boost.pm if you feel like supporting the author. Feel free, of course. That's something mandatory for
It's
us
not
translators
Twitter.
to say, by the way.
I don't know
We
why I put
translators
that
have to
as a
say it.
Twitch link. I put that as a Twitch link at first. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? That's wrong. Who is this? Oh, this is very nice, actually. I'm looking at that. This is very pretty.
It's indeed very pretty.
Necronica, the long, long sequel. Scarlet March. Have that up good. There's no double sound, which is important to make sure of. That's all good to go. Now, let's see. Where should we start, Kogasa?
From the top, of course.
From the top? Oh,
Where else?
take it from the top. Okay.
Would you like to start in the middle?
Yeah. So we're going to start with the new positions. Let's have a look at these. Commissar. Description, Commissar Guide, that's all the things here. Let's see. Fighting requires flesh, blood, iron, and the will to handle it. A little dictator with a uniform adorned with fake gold and a loudspeaker. They are armed with the cheapest bullets of all. Words. Oh my god, the art that went into this is gorgeous. Do you know who's... Did they mention who actually did the art for this?
I have no idea because I didn't do research.
Ah, shit. I was kind of hoping you might have done at least a yeah, no, you're just as blind as I am. That's right. We kind of decided this would be funny. Look at us. Look at us.
There's a little bit
now.
of a reminiscence to the 40K Commissar.
Yeah, there are some. There
Snap.
are actually those little references. I'm trying to see. I'm actually looking at their Twitter now to see if I can't find any references to the art. And maybe it's on the booth. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we can find something. Oh,
Booth PM art credits. Art credits. Art credits. Gotta be some art credits in here somewhere. Is this one of those things where you have to have the actual book to know? I think it is. Damn. Also, it helps that I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what the hell any of this says. Oh well.
just learn the moon rule. What can possibly go wrong?
I'll look around. I'll look around and see if I can't find out like who the specific artist for this is, because this is very distinctly different from the original, the main book's art, but it's gorgeous, and it does a very good job of fitting in that same sort of look to it. Also notice there's a lot of Cyrillic here, and this particular image has Cyrillic in it, and there were a lot of little Cyrillic and Russian, like, you know, almost like Russian imperial references in the cover art as well. That's very interesting. So, Commissar. The weapons for you are words that inspire your allies and demoralize your enemies. If anyone will not fight, you'll stick them with a bayonet. Give the heroes the honor they deserve. Point out to your sisters what a warrior should be. That is your role. Okay, let's have a look at these skills then. Loudspeaker.
Oh, from just the description, it does remind me of another position, like let's see in the original book.
Does remind me of a bit like, is it sorority? Is the one you're thinking of, or?
Yeah, sorority.
Yeah, it's a bit
just a little bit.
A little bit like sorority. Let me pull up sorority just so that people can see what we're talking about real quickly here.
Yeah, especially the part about sticking your allies with building reminds me of Tough Love.
Tough Love. I was gonna Tough Love, which does the madness thing. Let's see here. So this one is +1 to the cost and range of maneuvers that have support or hinder effects. If corpse style is being used, the damage to basic parts is 1 and +1 to action point cost.
Yeah, that's one I helped translated.
Ah. Wait, so hold on. Corpse style
is the Stacy.
Ah, okay, that's what I was trying to remember. It's like, who has corpse style? It's been a while since I've used. Here's the thing. I have, I guess you might say, a niche that I kind of fall into, and it means that I don't often. Here we are. Break one of your basic parts, support 2 or hinder 2. That's the cost of the skill.
Yeah, the cost of the skill for corpse style is originally C below, aka doesn't really have a AP cost or action point cost. With loudspeaker, it makes you able to use like an action point in addition of breaking your additional part to have greater effect for the range.
I was gonna say, because it almost seems like originally. Wait a minute, but doesn't that just make corpse style worse?
Oh, no, why?
Because, okay, so corpse style is a support 2 or hinder 2, right?
Yep.
And this is increasing the range of corpse style. Is it increasing? Oh, I get it.
So it'll go further.
I'm dumb. So it goes further, but what it's also saying is that in addition to breaking apart, you have to spend an action point.
Yep.
Before you would just have to break apart. Okay.
Yep. In addition, right?
Yeah.
Loudspeaker works with like any part that works with support and hinder, including your arms and
Mm-hmm.
feet. So that makes certain builds with say what was it called? Certain
It
other
makes
builds can work really
I
well.
remember some of these builds because again, the very long running game that I was in.
Yeah.
There was one player who was not. They didn't stick around for the whole duration of it, but their entire thing was they were an absolute bully with hinders and supports.
Ah, yes, that is a pretty good build.
It was
I'm
a
gonna
really good build.
say.
It was a really good build.
Mhm.
So they kind of took advantage of another expansion as well, Blast from the Past.
Oh yeah,
They
I
were
have not looked into that.
Blast from the Past. So one of the big problems that you might argue the base Necronica game has
Mhm.
is it's very biased towards melee and unarmed maneuvers. Now, there's been a bit of argument over this about whether that's balanced out by the decreased risk of ranged and blast attacks or not. But I'm kind of err on the side of it's not. It's just one of those things that seems to come up a lot in Japanese games. Is a strong
Yeah,
bias towards melee.
yeah. But
But
melee is
anyways,
fun.
whatever. But anyways, so but Blast from the Past tried to rectify some of this.
Mhm.
It does a pretty good job of it. You can play around with it a little bit. You can create some pretty interesting stuff with that.
Mhm.
And it does legitimately help a bit.
Mhm.
And so they took advantage of this. And I am just worried. I am very worried about what would have happened if you had been able to combine that with a skill like Loudspeaker now. That would have been utterly hilarious.
See, with my idea, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking about using loudspeaker with
Mm-hmm.
stuff like Romanesque style once many charm.
Mm.
With once many charm, you'll decrease your cost of forearm and foot by 1 to a
Oh
minimum of
boy.
0.
Let's
But
take a
with
look at this.
loudspeaker, you'll go back to 1. However, your
Romanesque.
forearm now
One's
goes
many
further.
charms. Where are you? Oh, here we are. Cost of your. Oh.
So yeah, you
Yeah,
basically have no
that is
downside.
dumb.
It's really fun.
That is
There's also a
dumb.
lot of like there's one mutation part that also gives a hinter
Oh, I
that
think
you can use anytime,
is
any
it
number of
is
time
it
per turn.
it's not slime, is it?
I don't think slime. Let me double check.
Yeah, no, you check actually. Let me know which one that is, because like I say, I know Romanesque. Like you said, it decreases the cost, and if you combine that with loudspeaker, you basically get a free range, an almost free range boost, which
Hmm.
is very nice. Yeah. So then excuses. You may hinder one. You may use this maneuver any number of times per round, but only once per check. Ah, that is that okay. Excuses? Already I can see how you can just break the fuck out of things with excuses. Excuses
Excuses.
is disgusting.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's so good.
There's
There is
something
not
similar to that as
there
well.
is there is not enough space to write the content here. No, really. That's what it actually says. It's an excuse.
Ah,
Oh, tin metal. Tin metal is interesting because tin metal is definitely one of those things that I feel like if you were going to use this in a long running game, you'd have to make some adjustments to tin metal. Like, this is a great skill for one shots, but you'd have to make some adjustments if this is going to be a game that runs through multiple sessions.
mm.
Because this is what it does. Once during the adventure phase, you can give a sister a new treasure. This cannot be used on the same sister more than once. This sounds like it could lead to issues.
I mean, given the text, I'm not sure about the original text, but given the text, you can only use tin metals like basically 3 times in your entire lifetime.
Yeah, no, basically. I mean, here's the thing. What you could do if you really wanted to be a fucker is have more than one commissar.
Yeah, well,
If you
having more
have
treasure.
more than one commissar with tin metal, you could just be a little fucker.
Theoretically, right?
Yeah.
Getting more treasure doesn't help you.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing about tin metal is that it saves you when you have absolutely no treasure.
Yeah.
So you have something to hold on to.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
But
god
if you
damn.
have more than one, it doesn't really matter. You
Okay,
know what I mean?
what I was thinking of is, couldn't you use that also like just to amp up madness reduction though?
Not really. If for mana reduction for at the end of combat, it's not based on number of treasures,
Okay,
but
I thought that
if
was
you
I thought
have
that was
treasure
a
or
thing.
not.
I thought that
No,
was a
no.
thing. Okay,
You
yeah, no,
can
thanks. That's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted you here. Is you remember how the system works better from the perspective of a GM than I do.
maybe. Who knows?
You do, trust me.
hmm
Okay, so that's tin metal.
Team Metal is
Execution.
interesting.
Oh,
Execution.
this is straight up tough love. This is tough love. It was almost exactly the same as tough love. Execution.
Only
Only
allies
can be targeted with this. Break a basic part of the target as the cost. Then they can then re-roll the check they just made. Now, let's go compare that to Tough Love from Sorority. Tough Love. When one of your sisters has a part damaged by an attack maneuver you used, she may remove a madness point from a fetter she has which is in a state of madness. So this one Tough Love lets you basically hit an ally to, or let's say you crit fail, to take them out of madness.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a great little insurance policy to make sure that, you know, if you know that one of the other players has a madness penalty that is particularly bad, let's say it's possessive or friendly, this gives you an opportunity to deal with that. Commissar has a similar skill that works really well on nasty crit fails. Or not even crit fails, but let's say there's like a check failure that was really important. That you're in a fight that's getting really desperate, and the dice say no. You can basically you basically have another way to give that player an additional reroll. Because
Yeah.
I remember you're right. There's usually only one other way to reroll dice, isn't there, Kogasa? You have to take madness, don't you?
You usually have to burn madness falling for it, yes. Which is bad for your feathers.
Mm-hmm.
There's something interesting to know as well. Execution only works on basic parts, so you
Ah.
cannot target, say, your friend with your limiter and break
Mm-hmm.
your limiter.
No,
Unfortunately, you can do
I'm
that.
pretty sure that was something they thought about. That specific
With zombie bomb.
limiter and zombie bomb were probably the specific parts they were thinking of at the time.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
am
can only break basic part. Unfortunately.
so that's still quite useful though, because there's been a lot of, like you said, moments where let's just say for a minute that we had execution, or even, I'm trying to think of another one that would have been really useful. Loudspeaker, execution, or loudspeaker on the fight with the Dread Emperor.
Mhm.
That would have that probably could have let us save at least. Well, it only died, but it would have allowed us to save at least a lot of grief for like Hal.
Well, I wouldn't say that he had any grief. His knee exploded, but that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Kamisa's last ability, encouragement.
Encouragement, yes. Support 1. Oh, it's like oh my god,
It's like excuses, but the
they're a
flip side
mirror
of
of
it.
each other.
Yep.
These two. This is another reason why it might make sense to have multiple commissars. Because this is another one of the things that would let you do some fuckery.
Mm. The way I see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excuses and encouragement is something you can actually use on your enemies. For those that don't know how Necronica works, in Necronica, when you or an enemy makes an attack roll, you roll 1d10, and depending on dice roll, it hits a certain location. You have a target have, location parts, anywhere from your leg to your head. So depending on dice roll, if you roll say 7, you'll hit the target's legs. Let's say your enemy rolled a 7, and your friend's treasure is for some reason on their legs. You can encourage your enemy to have them hit the torso instead.
That is actually so. That is a usage for supports that I realize is not something you think about very often.
Really? I think about that all the time.
Oh, of course you do. But
I'm that
that's
kind of
not
player.
what I usually think about. That's usually not what I think about, because I usually don't play a support character. Hell, I'm fond of using instantaneous.
Of course, instantaneous is funny for everyone else.
Oh, instantaneous is the funny part.
I keep forgetting about instantaneous being a thing for like my
Yeah, I know.
friend
I
and
had to
my
remind you
like
like 3 different times, remember?
yeah, it's
Uh,
one of those skills that like Bitcoiners just don't remember.
honestly, if I had remembered at the time, the chains would not have been able to drag me, which would have been funny. But because I didn't remember it, I got to do something really dumb. That worked out really well.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay then.
Mhm.
So that's Commissar. That's the first
Yeah.
position. Let's see.
Remember that you can only have one position when you
Yes.
start your dough.
Yeah, you can
You can
only
later spend your karma to get the skill from other positions.
yeah,
It will just cost more.
cost
Much,
more.
much more.
Although I think if you get a skill from the same position, it's not quite as bad.
It's only 10 versus like 20.
20.
So
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it is 20
it's
for a different position. That's right.
yeah, it's twice as
So,
expensive to
so
get
that's
cross position.
Commissar.
Mhm.
Let's see what Barbarossa has.
That is a very cute art.
A ruffled gold belt with orange and green ribbons. Let us leap across the river of death. You are my only partner in this dance. I hope we can make it to the end.
It
You are
is a freaking centaur.
It's a
That is
centaur.
very cute.
It's a centaur. And honestly, okay, the centaurs just remind me. So you were talking about mobile games before we started.
Yeah, of
There's one
course.
that I've been playing as well. I think I mentioned it as well. Punishing Gray Raven. And there was a whole section. It's a side story where you go to this area outside the North Pole, and what you realize is that pretty much, and there's a faction made up entirely of centaur constructs there. So they're like
Oh, yeah.
cyborg centaurs.
Cyborg centaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Oh,
me, or is the icon for the game like fun like a near automata?
the what?
Punishing Grey Raven. The
Oh, it is
art
a
I
bit.
found.
It is a bit. Mechanically, it's a bit like it too. The matrix dodge the dodge mechanic is very near automata.
I see.
But yeah, no. Have a look at this. Have a look at this, and then I'm gonna go get something for people for comparison as well. Because there is a faction from Punishing Gray Raven that is straight up cyborg centaurs. Let me see if I can find a good image of this, because there's one character you get. Ah, here we are. This is exactly what I was looking for. And I want y'all to have a look at this and just make the comparison between these two. Like
Nuremberg Dusk.
compare.
Oh,
Yeah, no, Rosetta. So when you do get her as a playable character, but when you do, she no longer has this like centaur form.
aw.
But seriously, just look at these two. Look at these two. Honestly, it absolutely is. It absolutely is Dusk. It absolutely is. But let's
Yeah,
see here.
there's a robot again,
Hmm?
OMO from back in the days that also have a robot centaur that you can play called Cosmic Break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can probably find these. Yep, it is right on the first link. I'll link it in the chat
Oh,
for the
okay.
Cosmic Break Centaur.
Cosmic Break Centaur.
It's an ancient game. It's like from like 2006,
Let's see
maybe?
how this is.
Yeah. But you can definitely play a centaur just fine.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you can
yeah.
like swap parts around
Nah, there's
and
no images.
equip
I
the
was hoping
centaur
there'd be
eggs.
images that I could use to show. Okay, whatever.
There should be on
No.
top.
Well, no, there wasn't.
No? Weird. Okay.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Never mind.
You're just blind, got it.
No, it didn't load the first time.
Sure. I'm kidding.
Shut up. Oh, no, that's cavalry, not a centaur. She's riding
Actually,
the horse.
no, the horse is secondary head. There's the original form for last Flamel, which is without the head. It's just a centaur. But yes, that's beside point.
Yeah, anyways. So we were looking at. Don't ignore that. We'll look at that later.
Well, getting distracted by a centaur girl. Please
Yeah,
understand.
no. But anyways,
Centaur
yeah,
is
no.
very cute.
This art is fantastic though. Seriously, I because it's very again, it's very different from the base books art. Let me go get the base books art so people can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. They're not quite the same, but they fit together really well. Well, they would if it loaded. There we go. So like compare. This has like a much more of almost like a penciled in look to it, like a pencil drawn look to it. The lines are much rougher. The faces are much flatter looking, almost gaunt and almost much more gaunt looking. And compare that to Barbarossa. Barbarossa in particular, you can see it here, has smoother lines. God, I really do want to know who did the art for this, because this is gorgeous.
I am going to give a wild guess and say that the person that published the supplement is the artist.
Hmm.
Basically, the person that's open and saying the Noobs Necronica person, they do have
Oh
a
no,
skit.
well, I was gonna ask because the reason I'm asking is because Noobsnechronica sounds like a group, right? And I'm just kind of wondering if if the member that did the art had a separate thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. So yeah, no guidelines. You are a child of war. You will always have weapons, and you will always have enemies. If you get a new toy, you will always have an enemy to try it out on. Even beyond the mountains of corpses and the rivers of blood, you will keep going. And let's
Now,
see what we. This is okay. This already. I just had to look at some of these skills. It seems almost like what your deal is here is scavenging. This is like a scavenger class almost. It's like
huh?
listen to this first skill. Oh shit, Merlin! Thanks for the raid. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hello. What were y'all up to? What were y'all up to?
I cannot shout out. I just
That's what I'm
realized.
here for.
I was
Hey
going to do a shout
Kaya,
out.
nice to have you. Nice to have everybody here. Like I said before, you can call me Furo. Due to incidents involving necromancy, my soul has been bound to this armored frame. And so, as part of keeping it stable, keeping the connection stable so that I do not fade away and this body does not become totally feral, I have been told that I need to maintain interaction with the outside world. Tonight,
Hello.
I am
I
reviewing the newly translated fan expansion for Necronica, Scarlet March, with Kogasa here.
I am the outside world Furo was interacting with. Please understand. I'm just here to vibe.
Yes. Well, tell me about yourself a bit, Kogasa, because I mean, it's not like you're nobody.
I am nobody. What do you mean? I'm
Shut up.
kidding. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Furo's channel. I am the demon that's hidden within page 617, still up brightly, but you can call me Kogasagasagasa.
Gasa, gasa, gasa,
Or
gasa. Gasa, gasa,
just
gasa,
call,
gasa.
or you can just do what everyone else does and just call me Koga if that's a little bit too
Yeah.
difficult.
No,
I
no.
usually stream tabletop role-playing game stuff and some side variety stuff, but today I'm with this awesome friend of mine, Furo, and you are here right now.
Yes,
So
you are
welcome
all
all of
here
you.
right now, and let's see what it is we've got here. So
We are currently looking at this Centaur Girl.
yes. So this is I should explain how Necronica characters work for just a moment for everyone here that's not familiar. In
Mhm.
Necronica, when you're building a character, one of the first things you have to select is a position. Positions reflect your character's mindset. They give you an idea of how this character looks at the world and have some mechanical effects that also direct that as well. And as a result, that's why each position comes with its own set of skills. They reflect the character's mindset. So, for example, from what I'm looking at, because I have not looked at any of this yet until today. Before this, we looked at another position called Commissar. Commissar, not Barbarossa. Before this was Commissar. So Commissar is very similar to another position in the base game called Sorority. Now, Sorority is sort of like the big sister type character that it's like that leads everyone and rallies them around her. Where Commissar kind of takes that same idea and applies a bit of a military, almost like a militaristic view to it, where it is, as the name suggests, it is the Commissar. It's a lot like a Warhammer Commissar. An actual
Really
Warhammer Commissar, not the meme Warhammer Commissar who just randomly picks soldiers out of the line and shoots them. I know that everybody thinks of Commissars like that. That's not supposed to be the idea,
Well,
despite Games Workshop's recent efforts to try and make it like the meme Commissar.
wait, really? I saw that's what commissars do.
What?
That's what commissars do, right?
No, no, they do not. Oh, hey there,
Hi,
Joru.
Joey.
Hey, the weekly is here. Yeah, no. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and so Commissar, their skills. Oh, we just started, Joru. We just got. We're actually on the second position. We haven't even touched the classes or parts yet. So this class, no, this position,
This position, yes.
position, classes and
Hmm.
positions are different.
Hmm.
Positions, and as I was saying before about positions, I was kind of getting into that. So positions reflect sort of your character's mindset, whereas classes are much like in a lot of other RPGs. They reflect your character's job. What skills do they have essentially? And I know that's funny because positions have skills too. I know, but I'm talking about skills in the more abstract sense rather than the mechanical sense. You know, it's like what do they know how to do, and that's kind of what classes are. We'll get to those after we get through these positions. Anyways, Barbarossa. First skill, waste collection. Can be used when a damaged enemy is within range. You can repair a basic part or reinforcement part. This this is a funny skill. Because first of all, it's action timing. It's action timing. So if your GM is not paying attention and they think they've got one over you by breaking some important part, this is literally a no you.
You see, this skill is almost the same as Feast Flesh from Gothic.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, because Barbarossa is a position and not a class, you could combine these two.
Panda,
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't because they are a little bit of redundancy, and redundancy isn't always good.
Mm.
But the important thing is that with Wiz Collection, you can prepare reinforcement part, which means you can prepare things
Yeah.
like, say, zombie bump.
Oh yeah, no. Before this, I think in order to repair reinforcement parts mid-fight, you had to play a double Gothic to get their special skill Veracity, didn't you?
Uh, it's either that or you can go with Requiem, I think. Requiem does have Trusted
Really?
Companion.
Oh, they do. That's right. But
Yeah, Trusted Companion
Trusted Companion is a
can
lot more
repair
restricted, isn't
something.
it? I'm actually pulling it up right now.
Yeah,
Let's see
Trusted
here.
Companion can only repair a melee attack or shooting attack maneuver.
Yeah, no.
So you can only repair parts
Yeah, this
that
is a lot.
do
Also, it's rapid
attacks.
timing. It's rapid timing as well, so you can only use it once per round. Whereas,
Same with Veracity.
yeah,
Veracity is
no,
also rapid.
they're both rapid timing. Yeah, no, waste
Yeah,
collection is powerful. Wow.
it's very powerful considering that there are a lot of funny things like zombie bomb you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So now your knee can explode several times in a
Oh
round.
my god, this would have been really funny if Hal had this during our session.
Oh god, I don't want to imagine it.
You can
Please,
only just no.
please, down the knees.
Combine this with one of the position movement skills, and you've literally
Mhm.
just created a suicide bomber.
Or just have your friend with ability
Wire
to pick out
reel
like
or
a
boost, yeah.
boost. Yeah, boost is a cheap one.
You just created a hand grenade.
Mhm.
Yes. Reckless. When a part is used in the battle phase, the check result can be set. This is like Judgment. This is like Judgment from Thanatos. Just hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Okay, so while Furu is looking at Thanatos, oh yeah, I will entertain the chat a little bit. I hope that everyone's having a good day today. I am very tired, as I always am. This is a Necronica supplement, fan supplement made by a really amazing person. We will shout out the person continuously because that's what we translators do. Please follow them on Twitter if you haven't, or at least take a look over there. Their pinned tweet contains their boost PM where you can buy this supplement. And shout out to okay, Reckless. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Now, you okay? Hmm. Now, there's something I need to bring out about Santos. With judgment, the translation is a little bit iffy sometimes. When they say no effect can change this result, I think the original text is actually no that you cannot rerule the thing. So it's actually still modifiable by abilities that modify your like support and hinder. It should be like in line with some judgment. Mm. Now, I don't understand the cost of this. The damage value of the part doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, you're seeing an anti-tank rifle. Mhm. Armament. Yes. Mhm. Yeah, that would be not too good a time. However, I think when it comes to reckless, and you wanna set something to 6, the best thing to do that with is stuff that doesn't do too much damage, but have a lot of kicker ability on top of it. And by kicker, I mean things that do things in additional. For example, in armament, you have things like bow and chain. Bow and chain is something that only do 1 damage, but it staggers. So stuff like that is good. Yeah. Go to a roll 20. Oh no. Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
no one can hear me. I was muted the whole time.
Oh, really? Welcome back,
Yes,
then. I was just talking
yes,
to myself.
yes, you were. Oh
Ah,
God.
yep.
Yes, that's the one I want to hide. I want to hide that while I sign in.
Bro, I can hear you.
Oh, Kogasa, please don't.
No, I'm just reading what Das was saying.
Yes. So if I got that correct, good. I did. So we're
Bro
gonna.
is now working with roll 20.
Yeah, there we go. I want this one.
Mhm.
Launch. Now that I'm logged in, I can bring it up to show everyone what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
The actual board itself is not important. This is from the Necronica stream that the last game that I played, which was with Kogasa, Hal, and Joru.
Hello.
Yes.
Mhm.
So here is the counter I was talking about. You see how it goes from -5 up to 15? So one of the things about this is that you can only do things. Bob, I'm on TV. God damn it, Joru. But anyways, you can only do things when it's your count. And your count is determined by how many action points you have. So if you have 10 action points, you can't do anything until the count reaches 10. Or let's just say like this example right here. So this is Hal right here. This is Leon, who played Henrietta. And so Leon has 10 action points. God damn it, Kogasa. I needed that actually be where it was.
Sure, I'll just move things over this way so that it's easier for you to make example.
Okay,
Here.
so right now, let's say the count was 10. Let's just say the count was 10 because nothing else has more action points than them. So count would start at 10 in this case. Right now, these two enemies, these chain enemies, Hal and Leon would be able to do something with the action timing. However, nobody else would, because it's not their count yet. The only way they could do something is by using something that has a rapid or check or damage timing if they were attacked.
Not necessarily. Damage timing is for any damage
Okay,
on this.
for any damage? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. So whenever there's a dice check or damage is being inflicted, those are the only three situations they could do anything, and pretty much all of those are reactive things. They don't actually. None of them let you initiate, except for maybe rapid.
No, you can't initiate with rapid. You have to use
can't?
rapid as a response to an action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was a thing we did for a while. Okay, so that is something that confuses me because I remember back when I was playing that game, like the long one, we actually did use rapids as an initiator at times.
I think you can also use rapid as an action during your own account. But obviously not vice versa.
Okay. So, but basically that's how that works. But here's what stagger does. So if one of them had something that inflicted stagger, let's say they used a stagger. Let's say they used a stagger on one of these chains. That chain would then lose 2 action points. Let's just say the red one.
Boop.
Yep.
Oh, okay, sure. Boop.
Yeah, the red
Let's
one.
do
The
red one
would go down by 2, and that means it is effectively delayed. It cannot do anything until the count reaches down to 6. The count is determined by whoever has the most action points at any given time.
More than just delayed, they lose 2 action points, which means they have less resource to hurt the party with.
Yeah.
So which is major.
So that's what stagger does. And so let's say that you missed with your ball and chain. That's a situation where reckless or judgment would be really useful. And that would and basically that would just mean that you only have to pay like an extra single cost. Now, ball and chain is not exactly the best example of showing what's different between judgment and reckless because it is a melee attack. And they both have the same range. They're both range self. But
net gun. Net gun.
Net gun. Yeah, no, net gun. Thanks. And net gun kind of demonstrates it better. So net gun is very much the same thing, but because it's not melee, you wouldn't be able to use judgment with it. However, you can use reckless with net gun. And because it does 1 damage and staggers and what?
Yeah, it makes the enemy unable to move unless they pay additional AP. It's very good.
Oh my god, this is mean.
There's actually a whole entire build with junk flying over to Sentinels. I just use net gun all day, every day. There's actually a build with that.
Okay. So, anyways,
but yes, that's beside point.
So those are just some potential. That's actually really nice. This is one of the reasons why it's nice to have you here. Is you have ideas on how these things could be used that I might not notice.
I'm a horrible person. You have to understand.
Yes, you are.
Yes. I can't wait to be a player.
River of Death is amazing. River of Death is amazing. So River of Death is like a bit like Horn.
It's basically Horn.
Yeah. Horn, just for reference. Now, Horn does have some stipulations, if memory serves me right.
Horn have additional effects on top of stuff. And
here we go.
River of Death is...
So, here's the other thing. Again, it's more versatile than Horn because Horn specifically says it has to be unarmed.
Mhm.
Melee bias.
Well, it's Horn. You can't really use Horn, after you shoot the gun and, use your Horn to gore someone. Doesn't work.
Yeah, you can if you're close enough.
I guess. I guess.
Anyways. So, Horn, again, both of these require you to basically make a crit. They say it in different ways where Horn... No! River of Death is a little bit better than Horn because River of Death doesn't require a crit.
It requires 10 plus, which means you can headshot someone.
It's a little bit easier to get. That actually is really good.
Mhm.
So let's see what else here. Horn. Let's see.
Horn can optionally stagger.
Yeah. Horn. Oh shit, you're right. Horn can optionally stagger.
I usually use Horn to stagger, actually.
Oh yeah, so you can either add chain or stagger.
Yeah.
Once per count. Timing auto. Instruments of Evil may still activate. Okay, that's actually really nice. This last little bit makes Horn really good.
You don't understand. River of Death is really, really super good for one reason and one reason only.
Because it's not restricted to unarmed attacks. Or range 0.
No! It works with any attack. Which,
that's what I'm saying. It's
for the reason you mentioned, yes.
It's not
the thing is, right?
Horn is.
There's not a lot of, say, attack with stagger that is unarmed in range 0.
Yeah.
However, there's a bunch of things you can do with River of Death that actually works.
Let's see here. What comes to mind immediately? Net gun.
Yeah.
What is that one move? Got the mutation part as well. Tier 3, where is it? Liquid Rot. Liquid Rot with River of Death is mean.
Well, you can use Liquid Rot with Horn as well, to be honest.
Well,
it's unarmed at range 0.
No, shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
To be perfectly honest, there's that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Although, do you know what you could do?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're probably gonna say no, you shouldn't do this because it's redundant, but I also think you should because it's funny.
You can take both of them, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
River of Death and Horn and Liquid Rot.
Yeah, it's expensive, and it only works on crit. But when you crit, it'll be
You can drop 3 staggers on somebody.
Kinda. You can't give stagger on something that already have stagger with Horn.
No, because you don't have to. You're just using the chain.
Ah, I see what you mean. But the River Death cannot be used if the attack already has chain vet. And with Horn,
you use it in the correct order. So you crit with Liquid Rot, then you use River of Death, then you use Horn. Because Horn doesn't have the stipulation about not being able to be used with something that already has chain applied.
Right, yeah, because Horn can add onto the chain itself.
So you can
that's what you mean.
3 staggers on somebody.
Well, if you hit.
Yeah, no, if you crit. But that is a very high risk, high reward build option there, right? That I can already see.
Yeah, and the problem with that is if they have some way to defend too.
Yeah, no.
You're screwed.
You're fucked. But that would also kill the chain before it even starts, so you don't waste.
It's true.
Your Horn, or you don't actually. I say waste, but Horn.
Yeah, but it's auto. It's a lot of investment for something that only happens once in a while.
It's a lot of investment. Yeah, no. Let's see here. Hawkeyes. If a sister would be affected by your area, this is amazing. I could have used this so many times. You can exclude...
Zombie bomb.
Yes.
Once again, we go back to zombie bomb.
Yes.
Hawkeye makes for zombie bomb to be safe.
This is such a good. Although I think it's saying you can only exclude 1, which means you can't potentially. So you can't completely eliminate.
No, it'll work. It's not auto, and it says if a sister. It doesn't say like no.
Okay. So
yeah, it'll just work.
That is amazing. There's another fan book called Blast from the Past I mentioned earlier. There's a class in that called Erudite. And Erudite has a similar skill called Careful Placement, which is also auto self. Let me just read this for you. You must declare the skill before rolling the attack. On an area attack, a success will only hit enemies. A failure will hit 1 ally. A critical failure will hit all allies in the zone. You cannot deal additional damage with critical hits when this skill is declared. This is
Ah.
literally a better version of careful placement. This is
Ah.
literally a better version of careful placement. I love
This is
it.
just a safer version of it, yes. It's very good. It makes your
This,
exploding knees much safer.
uh-huh. You replace your exploding knees with shaped charges.
It's just sharpened on the fire in a specific way that only
Yeah.
targets the enemies. It's very
Yep.
good.
That is
Oh,
really
of
cool.
course, it works with grenade and dynamite as well, which
Oh,
is always
oh,
nice.
Blitzkrieg is amazing.
Ah, Blitzkrieg.
You can reduce the cost of maneuvers that target you by 1. Minimum cost is 0.
Hmm.
You could have fun with this. You could have fun with.
Now, some people might look at this and say the wording is a little bit weird, but this is intentional.
Yeah.
With the wording of Blitzkrieg, it means that the ability that targets you gets reduced by 1. This means that when you use your own ability to move, the cost is cheaper. And when someone else wire wheel you forward or backward, it's also cheaper.
Yeah, no. This is actually, like I said, this is exactly what I was thinking when I said it's really good. It means that, like, let's say the wire reel was the exact example I was thinking of.
It's really the only example. The other
Yeah.
example is Boost, and Boost doesn't cost
Boost is already
anything.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just still really good actually though. So
Hmm.
that is Barbarossa. Barbarossa, very
Have a lot of
interesting.
potential. I think Blitzkrieg is actually the
Very strong
strongest
position.
ability.
Here's the thing though, position skills should be very powerful because
They
they
define your playstyle.
yeah they define your playstyle. The position defines who you are. It defines your character. But your classes do as well, but position even more so.
Hmm.
And that leaves one last position before we get into classes. Crusader.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
this is
Crusader.
gorgeous. This is on the cover. I just noticed
Hey.
Crusader is on the cover.
Fully covered. I mean, fully colored.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Unless.
So it's Crusader. Yeah, no. Crusader and Commissar are both on the cover. But there's no Barbarossa.
Barbarossa is probably hidden behind the
Oh, are they?
it's probably hidden. I'm kidding.
No, I was gonna say. I was like, did I just not see that? No. Okay, yeah, no. No love for Barbarossa, I guess. Let's see
Poor
here.
Centaur.
Give your life for something that cannot be seen. It's a terrible and fragile reason to fight. So from ancient times to the present day, it was praised as a noble act. It became a legend. Now that the boundary between the living and the dead is ambiguous, does this legend have power anymore? And yes, it is a bit like Gunland. It does look a bit like Gunland's Dusk now that you mention it. You are an authority of a religion, nation, or other group, or you blindly follow a single fight to the point of fanaticism. Your cause and your sisters are things to be protected. These are the ones who you should offer your weapons to, but your belief is so intense that if it is hurt, even sisters, could become enemies. Oh,
I mean,
oh,
that happens regularly.
this is interesting already. Patience.
Patience.
Add 1 madness point to a fetter. Defend 2 and negate the. Ooh. Ooh. This is like a defensive version of Carnage almost. So,
Now, the big thing here is that it costs 0 AP.
yeah. Cost,
Madness is bad, but
yeah.
0 AP is very powerful in
But
the
that's what I'm
Chronica.
saying. It's like a defensive version of Carnage because Carnage does something similar, except instead of defend, it's a pretty much it's one of the biggest supports in the game because it's support 3. What support 3 means is that it adds 3 to whatever your dice check result is, just for reference. This like I said, this really just feels like a defensive version of that. Because not only is it a decently sized defend with defend 2, it also negates dismember and explosive, which is really powerful.
I need to mention something. This thing costs 0 AP, and I'll mention that again because things that cost 0 AP is actually very strong in the Chronica. When you are in the Chronica during the fight, usually you will use your spine to delay your action. When you use your spine, if you can pull off spine, the body part,
Yeah.
on screen, that would be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
When you use your spine, it costs 1 AP, but for the next count, your next maneuver will cost 1 less AP. And you can obviously use spine to pay for spine, so like your spine costs less next round, and you can use multiple spines next round. Sure. But the thing is, spine only works for the next count. So if you're on count 10 and use spine, spine only affects your actions on count 9, as an example. If you use any, say, damage timing or rapid timing maneuvers that cost AP, you'll reduce your AP to a certain value, say from 9 to 7. And you'll miss your count and your spine will be wasted.
Yeah.
But with stuff like this patience, it doesn't cost you any AP, so you can be safe while still delaying, helping your allies out in, say, triggering their abilities or moving to position at the right time. So it's very powerful because of the zero cost.
Yeah. Okay. So that's patience. Fanaticism. Oh.
That's stupid.
Oh, I just noticed a little error, by the way.
Yeah, the timing, right?
No, not the timing, not the timing, not the timing. Fanaticism's description text, not description, it's this text here is the same as the text on recklessness for Barbarossa.
I can't see it because on your screen because the desk is blocking it.
There you go.
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah.
And then let's go back to Barbarossa just to show you what I'm talking about. That's Barbarossa. These are the same.
Sometimes
Thankfully.
when you are like copy editing, things happens.
Yeah, no, and it's not
We'll
that
talk
big
to
of a
Rack
deal.
about
It's
this.
not that big of a deal because it's not like it's the mechanical description.
Yeah, let's screen our fog, however.
Yeah.
You can do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yes, let's look at our skill regardless.
Yeah, no. So, recover 1 madness point when you destroy an enemy. This is subject to the madness recovery limit through memory fragments. So what that means, what that last second part means is really important. So in a session of Necronica, in a Necronica session, you can only reduce your madness, however much madness you've accumulated, you can only remove as many madness points as you have memory fragments. You usually start with 2, and you might be able to pick up more down the line. So, but starting out, that means you can only remove 2 points of madness per session.
Actually, sorry to do this. You can do the limits per phase, not per.
It's per phase. Okay.
Yeah. So you can reduce like say 2 in
Okay.
your adventuring phase and reduce 2 more in combat.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's just tiny addendum.
Yeah, little addendum. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, that's the point. It's like this. So this part doesn't let you overstep that limit, which, while it's good, does kind of limit it.
Well, to be perfectly honest, there's not a lot of way to reduce your madness during combat. There's
true,
like
yes.
Happy Pill, and that's about it.
Oh, really? I think there was another one. Okay.
Happy Pill, and there's like something else, and there's like others.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're done.
You're done.
So Fanaticism is great. I think the timing is also wrong, so we'll just look up.
The timing should probably be like auto.
It should be auto, not check.
Yeah. Okay. So then, Purgatory
We'll talk
Shield.
to the frog about this.
Yeah, we will inflate and scream later.
Yes. Now, Purgatory Shield.
Purgatory Shield. If you are in limbo, then attack checks made against you suffer a -1 penalty to their result.
That is interesting.
That is actually really good. So let's go back to the map real quickly. So as you can see, there are 5 zones. Eden, Elysium, Limbo, Hades, and Tartarus. And whenever you start a fight, the furthest forward players can be is Limbo. Which means this is the front line. Limbo is the very front line. And that's basically what the skill's doing. The skill is kind of encouraging you to be the front liner, the one like between your allies and enemies.
Well, you are also not moving away from Limbo, so you're going to be staying in there, which is not so great when you need to go over to Tartarus and smack, say, someone.
Yeah, that is true.
But if you have a gun, it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say this skill looks like it would pair up really well with something like anti-tank rifle or rocket launcher,
or just the usual dynamite and shotgun.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh god,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Purgatory Shield
you just gave
requires
me
you
a really
to.
funny potential combination there,
Oh,
Kogasa.
really? Why is it?
Crusader, Requiem,
Ah,
Shotgun. Because so there
Reiki.
but you know the build, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a build that you can do with Requiem and Shotgun where by combining two skills that kind of cancel each other out, you get
Mm-hmm.
a 1 AP shotgun.
Yeah, with Lullaby.
Yeah, Lullaby, Gun God, so you don't have the penalty,
Mm-hmm.
and then shotgun. So
Yeah,
let's
it's a
say
very traditional combo.
very very common. 1 AP
Yeah.
shotgun is really dumb, but I love it.
Oh, I love it.
And what you can do on top of that is later on down the line, I think there's another part you can get that's really helpful with that as well.
If you can go pure Requiem, Magic Bullet is really good with shotgun.
Okay. Requiem, but then you would have to get you wouldn't be able to start with those two skills then.
Why not? If you are pure Requiem, you will have
Oh, you're right.
three
Yeah.
class
You have three
skills.
skills. You have three class skills. That's right. Fuck, you're right.
Yeah. And in addition, right,
Yeah.
a shotgun is
Mm-hmm.
only a range of 0 to 1. But with
Ah.
Crusader, it's Purgatory Shield, and
Purgatory
being a Magic
Shield,
Bullet, yeah,
Magic
so you can just
Bullet.
stay in limbo and
You
cover
can
entire
stay in
battlefield with
limbo and
shotgun. With your one cost shotgun, you can cover
this
entire
is
battlefield.
so dumb. This is so
Yeah, just a
dumb.
Crusader with his trustworthy shotgun. What can possibly go
Let's
wrong?
actually see. Like, we'll pull up shotgun real quickly here.
Yep.
Okay.
Shotgun's one of
Cost
my favorite
2,
part.
shooting attack +1, and explosive, and add +1 to the die roll. This is really good.
Shotgun is really good. Like,
This is
everybody should take shotgun. Shotgun's very good.
That's a really good combination, actually. So yeah, 1 AP
Useful at
Shotgun
all ranges.
Crusader. 1 AP Shotgun Crusader. I can already see. You're gonna do this, aren't you, Kogasa?
Well, we'll see.
Anyways, so Shield Sister. All sisters in battle are able to use. That's amazing.
With a rapid and cost of 0, that's actually fucking amazing.
Really
Because you can
good.
use it
You
for
basically
yourself
just
as well.
refresh everyone's defense
Yeah.
and hinders.
Your
arguably
Stacy
hinders.
is going to love you.
Your Stacy's gonna love you. Stacy is basically the tank class for reference. Their
Yeah.
skills and all of that is built towards tanking damage.
Or doing horrible things like me shielding.
Yeah. Oh, Meat Shield is so evil. Meat Shield
Me
is
shield is
so
the
fucking evil.
most broken ability in the game.
Oh no, the worst is when the GM puts it on an enemy.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happened in one of my games. I was a player. I was playing Stacy, as I do.
Yeah.
My Necromancer at the time decided to run Zombie Dogs. And Zombie Dogs had Zombie Bomb moment. So one of the Zombie Dog was in range and got hit and triggered a Zombie Bomb. With me shield as a Stacy, I was able to cancel a Zombie Bomb, so like the Zombie Bomb only hit itself. I didn't cancel explosive, so deal 4 damage to it and destroy the dog.
No. Oh, no. But so yeah,
Stacy.
If you had also had a Crusader with Shield Sister there,
I could do it multiple times per round.
You could just be like, yeah, no, your zombie dogs, no.
It's one with the shutdown zombie bomb.
Yeah,
it's one of the only way.
Absolutely, yeah, no. That is great though. Chivalry.
Yeah, it is.
This maneuver does not require a check and is automatically considered a success. When used, the target cannot target. Oh my god, this is like a variant of Meat Shield.
Attack, hinder move maneuvers.
Area effects can still affect sisters, so it's not quite as powerful as Meat Shield, because Meat Shield will cancel those if memory serves me right.
The thing with Meat Shield, right, is that it won't last for that one damage packet. Chivalry just works.
Yeah, you can use this over and over and over again. Just be a dick. Oh, this is very powerful. This is very powerful.
It's actually way more powerful than Meat Shield because it shuts down hinder. No, it shuts down hinder and hinder move.
Oh yeah.
So that your other sisters cannot get hindered by the target enemy.
It's kind of like a group version of instantaneous.
Yeah, it's as Doug said, it's a taunt, but it's a really, really amazing. It's more amazing than taunt.
It's a very good taunt.
I'll use an example of chivalry. If you had chivalry in the previous game versus
Mm-hmm.
the Dread Emperor, the
Mm-hmm.
chains wouldn't be able to hinder move or just do stuff to you. They can only shove you around.
Yeah.
Chivalry is good taunt.
Chivalry is really powerful. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the positions covered. Now we move on to the classes.
Okay,
Now,
let me.
I cannot wait to see the art for these. Voynit. Oh my god, she's adorable.
She is so cute.
She's
Oh
so
god.
cute. Look at her. Look at her with her backpack.
Click into the image. Do it. Do it now.
Done. She's oh my god. Load. Load,
Please
please.
understand.
Please understand. Mirahees is a slow website.
They're doing their
Oh
best.
my god, this is beautiful. I love
It
the
is very cute.
I did not even notice the fingers and the eye on the backpack until we opened it up just there.
Yeah. I think it's a coffin.
Yeah.
Like
You're right.
the body
And then
part.
it feeds into her as well with the tube.
Yeah. It's so
That's
good.
really good.
Uh-huh.
And then the mysterious black substance in the bottle. I
Mhm.
I don't know why, but I have an image of this a mental image of this character trying to cook for the other dolls, and when they whenever they would show it, it would just be the censored purple pot. I don't know what I don't know what it is about. It's actually I do know it's this right here. This little like the black smoke that's coming out the bottle the thing she's holding that makes me
I
think of her as the doll that can't cook.
I have a feeling that's actually a mode that's like animating all of those and zombies in the world.
Yeah, the slime mold, which is
It might be.
canonically the reason why dolls can like do things.
Yeah. Not every necromancer follows that,
Yeah,
but
not everybody uses the slime mold, but the slime mold is like the in the
Mhm.
base setting, the slime mold is the reason why they can do that. It's
Mhm.
almost like think of so I think everyone here has heard of the Grey Goo scenario where like nanomachines consume the world. There is a variant of Grey Goo that I've seen used as in stories occasionally, where basically the nanomachines do that, but for some reason every single individual conscience remains intact even as their bodies are converted by the various nanomachines. That's kind of what the dolls remind me of.
Oh,
Or it's
like
like
a little cielo from Evangelion.
yeah, it's a bit like that, yeah. Or like the thing as well.
Yes, the
Imagine if
thing.
even after being consumed by the thing, your consciousness remained intact and in control of your body.
That would be adorable. I'm sorry, that might actually be adorable. I don't
That
understand
could be
why.
potentially adorable, or I have no mouth and I must scream, or both.
Yes, one or two. Much like being a doll in Necronica, to be
Yes,
honest.
very much like being a doll in Necronica. A doll of transformation, blasphemer of life, faceless dead. It takes in all kinds of creatures and machines, endlessly changing. Its strength is to adapt to any situation.
Now, would you like to go into what Voynich means for the chat?
Ah, yes. I don't remember. I have to look real quickly because I do remember hearing this term a few times, but memory is a little sketchy. But I
Yeah.
think
To TLDR, there is a thing called Voynich manuscript.
yes. The manuscript that has been people have been trying to translate for decades, but nobody has made any progress on it.
Yeah, it's written in some kind of code or its own language, and it's mysterious.
Yeah.
And a lot of people is interested in that sort of thing in say cryptography or
Mm.
ciphers rather.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
basically, it's saying they are a cipher. They are a mystery. They are
Mhm.
strange and indecipherable and impossible to comprehend.
More than that, the Voynich manuscript deals with a lot of really interesting topic, a lot of stuff with life and stuff like that. It fits really well into the Chronicle setting.
Yeah.
For those interested, you can just Google that sort of things. But anyways,
You can use versatility and creator to be effective anywhere and any time. In order to play an active role in any situation, it is possible to use multiple skills properly. Adaptation to focus on attacking, and selection to operate parts that trigger on the destruction of parts, and skills to harm the enemy and reduce their effectiveness. Also, now that we have moved from positions to classes, we also run into something new. Well, not entirely, not new, but new for this book, and that is reinforcement points. Because positions, whilst they, like I said, they sort of like define your character's mindset and such, classes define what parts you can take in addition to providing skills. So this one, for example, gives you a point in armament, a point in mutation, and a point in enhancement. And remember, you can take 2 classes and the reinforcement points together.
Mhm.
And you get a free one at character creation.
Yep.
Let's see here. Special skill. Replace Memory of Life with a sister's class skill. Gain. Oh, that's good. This is literally a
Gain 1
copycat
mass
skill.
points.
That's a
It's
copycat skill.
it really is. And that's actually really amazing.
That is one thing
There's
I
a
noticed
lot
about
of
this book so far is there doesn't, there's like maybe one exception. There doesn't seem to so far be any really weak or redundant skills.
all of them are like useful, unlike a lot of the core class
Oh my
skills.
god, there are so many redundancies. So many skills that it's just like, after you've looked at them and after you're like, why is this here?
Or like, why would I ever take this?
Yeah, no. I think the worst class that's affected by that is Romanesque.
Romanesque. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Romanesque
I can't defend
just
Romanesque.
suffers. 'Cause
Romanesque has things,
on one
but
hand, Romanesque has Caress, which is funny, but it's rapid.
it's a stagger.
Yeah, it's a stagger, so it's good. But you only
Yeah.
get to use it once per round, and you have to, and it's a rapid timing.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Maiden requires a lot of investment for something that you can do much more easily with some parts.
And you have to realize something though. Malamate, action point is king in their Chronica,
No, but
no
that's
matter how
what
you slice it.
What I'm saying is this is a lot of investment for something that other parts can do for less investment.
But you can also get those parts in on top of getting Battle Maiden.
Maybe, I guess. It's difficult to justify though.
No, trust me, nothing can stop you if you have 16 AP.
But yeah, like
You will
Caress,
go before anything, and then you'll destroy them before they can move. Remember, this is the best CC in the world.
Caress is kind of
Unless you are fighting against the
yeah.
psychedelics. Psychedelics don't care about dying.
Yeah, no. So Caress is kind of sketchy in terms of usefulness.
Oh,
Clockwork is good. It's like probably the best skill Romanesque has.
Clockwork is amazing for one shot, and much less so for a long campaign.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Dance
It's
of
not mine.
Death is.
DOD is actually really good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, Dance of Death isn't that bad.
DOD is like you get 1 mana point for free every battle round.
Tuning.
For the purpose of
what do
rerolling.
you do?
Tuning is silly.
Tuning is funny.
But it's conditional.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it's conditional. That kind of sucks. Waltz.
Yeah.
Every attack that it targets you receives a penalty of -1 to the attack check. So this is kind of like an automatic. This is.
This is okay. It's okay. It's funnier
It's
if you're a
basically an
Crusader.
automatic hinder for the rest of the round.
Yeah,
That's not
sure.
bad, I guess.
It's funnier if you're a Crusader, so you can use Chivalry and Swords.
Okay. So now that I'm mentioning that, it seems like that's another thing that some of the positions do is they make skills that are otherwise that are like in the core book that are kind of questionable much more useful.
Well, I think every position do that. Position classes interact in certain ways.
But
That makes things shine.
In the core book, there are some, even with the positions in the core book, there are just some skills that are kind of redundant or kind of pointless.
Yeah, Alice.
I
play Alice. I play Alice a lot, but Alice is painful.
Alice has one. Doesn't Alice have like one good skill and then everything else kind of sucks?
Depending on your definition of good. So Alice is really bad because you have stuff like Princess.
Oh no! Let's take a look at this here. This skill can only be used when you take damage. Your target. That is expensive. It's
First of all, you need to get hit, and like it's basically saying they have +1 as an AP.
Yeah.
effectively. So you're
Uh-huh.
giving someone of like
One free
eyeballs
AP.
by giving hit, and for your position skill, it's really bad. Don't do this.
Undefeatable heart is very situational.
I wouldn't say that. It's actually one of the stronger skill in my opinion in
Mm.
Alice. Strangely enough,
Okay. Yeah,
with
no, but
Alice, you have
undefeatable heart
to.
and healing seem to be like the best skills for Alice.
Yeah, the thing with it is that you can force conversation checks in with different ways, like say a certain part in enhancement, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the only real way to play combat Alice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also Maiden, but
Uh, the Maiden's bad. Maiden's really
Maiden.
bad.
I was saying Maiden is pretty bad because it's rapid
Yeah,
timing. It's like
it's
react.
not rapid isn't bad. The bad part is that it's make composition check with one of your sisters.
Yeah, if
Is
it.
a singular composition check with
Yeah.
one of
And
your
there's no
sister.
guarantees. You still have to worry about the dice, how the dice outcome was. That is kind of
Well,
painful. Yeah.
yeah, and conversation check cannot be hindered or supported. So a
Yeah.
lot of times it's just a roll nothing. You really
Yeah.
need to take everything else, like the healing and
Yeah.
undefeatable heart, to make that
So
work.
Alice seems like it's something that only works in a long running game.
Kinda, it's really really fun when you have a happy pill and it's a
Oh.
Stacy
Mm-hmm.
and have a what was that thing called? Conversation. Voice effect, yes.
Ah, voice effect. Okay.
Voice effect is comparable to Alice Maiden.
Yeah.
With
So,
Maiden, is make a conversation check with one of your sisters, so it's actually only one way.
yeah.
So only you make conversation check to the sister.
Whereas
It's
voice
not the other
effect
way
lets them
around.
do lets both of y'all.
Yeah, you make a mutual conversation check in that
Oh my
case.
god, voice effect just makes Maiden redundant. Ugh.
Yeah, unless there's something about Maiden I look into when
Yeah, you
it
might want
comes
to
to
take a look at
translation.
the original, and just check the translation pass on that at some point, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that is crap.
Nope, it's exactly that. Only you make a conversation check. The Italian
Oh my
doesn't.
god, that is horrible. That is horrible.
So I just use voice effect and happy pill all day every day as a
Mm-hmm. That is
Stacy
so much better. That is
Alice.
so much better.
Look, listen. At one point, my
Prayer.
sisters
Prayer?
had
I
zero
remember
hammers
one of the
across the
players
board.
in the long running game I was in used prayer, and they had the
Prayers,
worst luck with it.
prayer requires a bit of
Prep.
setup with your party.
Yeah.
Like everybody has to be into it, and you have stagger in the party, and you've
Mm-hmm.
been staggering them around a little bit, or you have Stacy on your team. That's
Mm-hmm.
not you, and is willing to cover you.
You have to basically have somebody run interference for you.
Yeah, in normal situations, yeah.
Warm
Or you
smile.
can just have loud defense.
A warm smile
One smile.
is
One
just
smile is
worse.
actually no,
It's
it's super good. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna
It's
say it
funny
just
as
seems like a
hell.
worse version of voice effect.
It works at any time, including in adventure phase,
Mm.
and you can roll critical success if you have 10 or above. So with undefeatable heart and other parts that give you additional compression check,
Mm.
you're more likely to critical success.
Mm.
So you can actually be a quotation mark healer
Okay.
with one
Kind of
smile.
makes a bit of sense, I guess.
Alice is really hard to play. I'll just put it
Alice,
this way.
Alice just kind of sucks. Yeah, no.
Alice is really hard to play, but they are amazing when you play by a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gives you probably so much madness removal that you can just like reroll all day every
Selection.
day. Oh,
Selection is weird.
you may damage any one part you own. This causes damage timing.
So basically, you could just trigger a damage timing whenever you want. That is a strange skill. Like you could
And
literally just zombie bomb. You could trigger your own zombie bomb.
or your limiter,
Yeah.
which is probably more common.
Mm-hmm. A little bit, Dusk. A little bit. Versatility. That's good. That's good.
Huh. Replace any undamaged enhancement part with tier 2 mutation part with the same equip location until end of combat. The replaced part cannot be targeted again for versatility or creator. I see. So do you think could work with this?
So first thing that comes to mind is it doesn't say that it has to be a tier 2 part. So let's say that you had you have a tier 1 enhancement part lying around that doesn't get a lot of use. Like, let's think here. Let's say jet nozzle or voice, or not voice effect, because voice effect is good. But
Well, here's a hint. You can only use rapid and damage timing and stuff only once per round.
mm-hmm.
So after you use something like that, you can
Yeah.
swap it out using versatility.
Yeah, no. So use your jet
So
nozzle.
that's one way to use it.
Use your jet nozzle, then swap it out with versatility for something like what's a good one here? Scales, extra eyes, stinger. Stinger's kind of meh. Oh wait, horn. Horn would actually be one you could use that would potentially be really good.
The big thing about versatility is that it's literally versatile.
Yeah.
So you can actually pick and choose whatever mutation part that's useful for the situation.
Yeah. So,
or you can just get additional maximum action points. You can always go prepare cat ears.
You can do, animal ears.
Well, in doubt, just grow cat ears or become a boy.
Oh, God. Cat ears, boy. Animal
become,
ears, boy.
Just become a cat boy.
Horn or cold light.
No, even just extra eyes is like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Just go like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna support now.
This is a fantastic skill.
It's really good in its versatility, because that's literally the name again, and the skill.
And then, creator. Creator is very much the same thing.
Creators.
Except you're not limited to mutations. You can replace it with any tier 2 part, as long as it's in the same location. That's funny. That is a funny part. So let's just read it out for everybody here. Replace any undamaged enhancement part with any tier 2 part with the same equipped location until the end of combat. That's dumb. That's really dumb.
The big thing with this is that you can always use that as a reaction to someone attacking you with something that you know is going to hurt if you don't defend against. Like, say, something with 2 damage but have chain 3. And will absolutely decimate you with a lens.
You can be a little fucker.
You can swap out for Coffin and defend 2.
No. Coffin, Scales.
Or you can swap in the metal case to defend a explosive attack and stuff like that. So this thing is about, thinking. Or you can always get boost.
Adaptation.
You can annoy everyone.
This one does. Can only be used once per count in the current round. During this round, if you declare an attack maneuver you have already used, you can choose to lower the cost by 1 to a minimum of 1. If you do so, the attack loses all dismember, explosive, and chain effects. That's interesting.
Now stagger.
Oh no. Oh,
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
You could be an asshole with like net gun. Wait, let's go check the cost of net gun. Net gun is probably already 1,
3.
I think. Oh, is it 3?
If I recall, yeah. Net gun costs 3 AP.
Okay, so net gun.
By the way, it's a tier 2 armament.
So, you could use that with Creator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fucking awful. And then, so that's adaptation lets you this entire class just seems to be built around fuckery.
This class requires you to really know the game.
Yeah, this class requires you to really know parts mechanics and a lot of like mechanics and such. And so that leaves Providence. When you fail a check, the next check will gain a +1 bonus to the result. The effect is cumulative and may be used on any check up to a maximum bonus of +3. When you succeed on a check, the bonuses disappear. Any accumulated... This is a fantastic skill that even if you're not playing Voynich, I would spend the 20 AP to grab. No, 20 favor to grab. 20 favor to grab.
Huh.
Because what this is saying is basically, if you fail, your next check is easier. If you fail repeatedly, and each time you fail, it gets progressively easier.
The bonus really good. The problem is that you can't control it. That's the only problem. You'll randomly succeed in a check, and then the next check is a dismember check, and you just go, ah, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
So, though, this is a great skill to grab, even if you're not playing Voynich.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these other skills are pretty much... You're going to be playing Voynich if you're going to use them, but this skill in particular seems like something that'd be great to grab even if you're not playing Voynich. Cicada. A fake doll. My words belong to your mentor. My figure is that of your family member. My behavior is that of a person you love. If you smile back, you will feel my blade in your heart. A knife made of endless lies. Truth is a lie that makes you happy. A lie is a truth that makes you sad. You are an undead whose entire body is dedicated to electronic warfare.
Oh
You
no.
specialize in fighting styles that confuse enemies and take advantage of their failures to cause further harm. It's not uncommon for you to inflame and tweak minor failures to cause devastation amongst others. All you have to do is make your sister's successes greater and your enemy's failures crippling.
Well, I guess I'm making Cicada.
All kinds of support and hinder spam here.
Or stuff like turns failure into, critical failures. Who knows? We'll see.
Ego saturation attack. Action 4 special. Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh,
when
God.
this maneuver is used, count the declared count as 1. At the end of the 5th... So basically, that's a strange way of phrasing it. What it means is 5 counts after you declare this. Oh, that's interesting. So, again, this is one of those skills that seems like it could be amazing in a long-running game where you've accumulated a bunch of memory fragments. Because you're basically setting off... You're arming a time bomb.
A lot of enemies have parts similar to ego saturation attack.
Yeah.
There's a threat cost about, I think, 3 or 4 part. It does basically less, but for all those, it costs like 4 damage. Yeah, ego saturation attack is pretty good. It does cost additional madness and the cost of 4, and it being a special skill. All means that it's a huge investment into this.
This is really strong, but it also requires a lot. It requires the accumulation of more memory fragments, I'd say.
In addition, this is not so good against a big single target enemy. So, like, if you have a big horror or savant as a boss, ego saturation attacks be really bad for what it does. It's only good when your necromancer is playing fairly and normally. Who's like, say 5 horrors, a legion, and a savant.
Now, what this does let you do, what this does mean... Now, that you say that, but remember, a lot of the stuff in the base game and Blast from the Past, and I know this because of my experience playing it, does a really good job of bullying large single enemies. So if you combine that and have a Cicada on your team, you can just be an asshole. Because I remember, that's something that... One of the other translators at Kogasa has mentioned, Rakaris, he was the GM for the long-running game that I was in. And
it's great.
It was great. It's great. But one of the things we did is we found out very quickly how to bully large single enemies. So he had to use like swarms of smaller enemies to actually like really threaten us.
Part of that is also because like for the longest time, second form was translated wrong. Second form is what makes single enemy tick. But that's an aside.
Okay. Well, anyway, so aside from that, like, even without second form, we just fucked with him so hard.
Yeah.
But if you had to combine, if one of us had ego saturation attack as well, we would have just been dicks. I can already tell you right now.
With ego saturation attack, it's really good if an artist on the team, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Basically, Mana's point really needs to be
I'm pulling up real quickly character sheet that I had. I'm not going to show it, but I just need to count how many memory fragments we had by the end of this game. We had...
There is a cap, I think, to memory fragment usually.
Okay, but we probably didn't know that at the time. I think we had like 6 memory fragments.
No, 6 is the max.
Oh, 6 is the max? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had 6
like,
memory fragments at the end of the game. And so just think about 6 memory fragments with ego saturation attack. How busted that would be. You would literally be able to just dump 6 damage on every enemy.
You know what's funny about ego saturation attack? It's in Ashen.
Oh god, you're right.
So there are ways to...
You could queue up a bunch of them.
You can be a junk and move to like Sentinels, and it will only cost you 3 of the ego saturation attack. So you can use it multiple times.
Oh no.
Or you can do other fun stuff like using spines.
Yeah, use spines. You could just queue up a bunch of ego saturation attacks so that, you know.
Yeah. There's multiple ways to use ego saturation attacks.
We're not all going to come in simultaneously, but I can already see how this could be funny.
Yeah.
Demon integration. Before the battle begins, add the number of individual groups of legions on the stage to your action point. This entire class is just swarm management.
That's really good.
So far is just swarm management.
Yeah. For those that don't know, legions is a type of enemy that I usually say a swarm of weak enemies, like say just normal zombies or swarm of bugs. So it's very rare for this to reach more than 2 or 3, I think.
So that doesn't this doesn't affect the size of the legions, but basically, like I said, like however many legions your GM puts in there, it kind of means that they have to deal with problems now instead of just being like, I have numbers. So that's actually really good. That's really good. Hacking
Any number
is
of
evil.
action pulling is good.
Hacking is evil. Rapid 3, range 1-2. You can change the target of an enemy's attack maneuver to a different target within range.
That is really good. This obviously...
That is evil.
Obviously, if you change the attack's target to another
Yeah, of course you're going to change it to an enemy.
Or themselves, in the case of being in range of 0.
Oh, that is beautiful. You know, the enemy has soldiers and weapons. So do you. This is literally
very much so.
This is a hilarious skill. Like this is something that did not exist as a concept in Necronica until this book. The idea really of being able to take somebody's attack and be like, no, you're hitting this guy now.
Yeah. Only Stacy. Stacy has something really similar, but it only works for redirecting attack to the Stacy.
Yeah, no, that's defensive. This is offensive.
Yeah, this is offensive, and that's really cool.
This is an offensive version of Meat Shield that does not remove the extra effects from that attack. You could just really fuck somebody over with this.
Yeah, this is just
if you really wanted to, if you really wanted to, you could, assuming they're in range, you could literally just be like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Oh my god, Requiem. You can reload hacking, can't you?
Yes, you can. I can already. I've already got ideas for a build now. Cicada Requiem or Requiem. Cicada.
Yeah.
Requiem, Cicada Requiem probably.
I don't really know. This just sounds horrifying to me.
Because demon integration, hacking, and reload. Imagine those 3 together. That's good. But we're not even done yet. Synapse interception. Check 2-1-2. This can be you. You mentioned this earlier, Kogasa. This literally just lets you flip a hinder.
That's great.
That is awful. I love it.
there's multiple use for synapse interception. There's multiple uses. This is the obvious one. When your enemy hinder you,
Yeah.
you can make that hinder, say, a support.
Mm-hmm.
This can also let you use your food on the friend and flip that
Mm-hmm.
food into a support
Mm-hmm.
in case you really not want additional critical.
And then independent malware does the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Cicada is all about fuckery, and I love it.
The manipulation is really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Cicada just lets you fuck with people. I
The
think
problem is
this
that the
is
cost is a little high. It costs a
this
two.
so far is my favorite class in the entire book.
Yeah, it's very strong. It's probably one of the strongest
My
one.
favorite part of the entire book, so not just class. This is probably my favorite part of the entire book so far is Cicada. Oh, we haven't gotten to that one yet, Dusk. We're about to.
Mhm. You
Hinder
can also
3.
follow along.
This only affects legions and horrors.
Ah, darn.
That's
But it's still
kind of...
relief.
It's good, but compared to everything else Cicada has, it's kind of
Yeah.
an afterthought.
Hinder 3 is extremely powerful.
Hinder 3 is extremely
3 is a
powerful.
really big number.
Hinder 3 is really powerful. But on the other
If
hand...
you play
on the
D&D,
other
it's
hand,
like
hacking.
+6, -6. Yeah.
on the other hand,
hacking. Yeah.
The only reason you would take logical virus is...
Over hacking.
Yeah, over hacking. Oh, no, I was gonna say, the only reason you take logical virus is at character creation, if you pick Cicada as your primary class.
Well.
But even then, I mean, honestly, double Cicada is really dumb because they give you ego saturation attack. But even
I
without
would
that,
probably
you have...
take like independent malware over logical virus.
Yeah, no, same. Oh, no.
Flip O's in the
No,
support.
they do, Dusk. They do. Synapse interception and independent malware do exactly that. That is exactly what they do.
So you can use on your friends or your
when I saw
enemies.
synapse interception, it's like, so why does it only do one? And then I realized because there's another skill that does both. That does the other thing. Oh, no. I see what you mean now. I see what you mean. So what you're saying, you might be right about that. They only do flip one, I think. It's not like
They only
flips
flip
the
one
total.
single check, yeah.
Yeah, they don't flip one. No. I don't mean that, Kogasa. I mean, like, let's say that there's a check somebody makes, and then somebody stacks a bunch of hinders onto that. You only get to flip one of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. That's not quite as good as I thought it was. Yeah, no, but it is only one. Never mind, Dusk.
However, if you work out the math, right? If they have a, say, support 2 on the check
Mhm.
they want to succeed, say a scope, and you make that into hinder 2, that's minus 40%.
Yeah, no,
This is fun plus 2 to
it's
minus 2.
mean. It's incredibly
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, and 40% is a huge swing. They can't make up for it. And they're going to fail it. And
Cicada,
a lot of
you know
time
what
when
Cicada
they
seems
scope,
like? Do you know what Cicada seems like to me? It
yeah.
seems like an alternate version of psychedelic.
Well, no, psychedelic is special. Psychedelic is, well, okay, you're right. It's a different form of fuckery, if that's
Yeah,
what
no.
you meant.
That's what it is. Like, it's like an alternate version of it. Like, ego
Yeah.
saturation attack is a lot like vortex of destruction.
Mhm.
Hacking, independent malware, and synapse interception also kind of feel like... Let me pull up psychedelic real quickly, because there's skills that they remind me of.
Cicadas really focus on more of the check timing,
Yeah, no. Yeah.
while psychedelic is more focused on using actions, usually. And
Yeah,
their
no.
things usually like,
Yeah, you're
when
right
I'm
about that.
destroyed, I can still function.
Yeah, it flips one on the stack. It doesn't flip the whole stack, which is what I thought it did. And now
But
this is the last
all you need
class.
is one.
Yeah,
That's the thing. All you need
is
is
the
one.
last class. Kryptos.
Crypto Boros.
Oh, God, no. Bruh. Oh, God. Who drew these? These are fantastic.
Yeah, we really need to find out.
Like,
It's amazing.
Oh, my God. Because you're right. You said it was probably a member. It was a member of the group. I just want to know which member it was. Because, like I said, it does sound like it's a circle. And I want to see more from these people. I want to see them do more stuff. I really want to see them do more stuff. So this is Kryptos. This is Cicada. Look at... She's got the keyboard, she's got the spine jacks and the monitor. I don't like these monitors being here. I would like these monitors more if they were on arms that could reach over. Because here they just seem kind of redundant.
What if that's her treasure, so?
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah. That's probably her treasure.
That might be her treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I just would have rather seen these be like, you know, I'm very big on like elements being functional rather than just
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand, yeah.
Like Cryptos
But, you know,
is also
those...
really good for this. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They're just cute little girls.
Yeah.
You understand.
Cryptos. Gunfire Doll. Battlefield
Nice.
Cleaner. Unparalleled firepower.
Nice.
Its trait is overwhelming power. With tremendous firepower that humans cannot handle, it burns down the stage and mows everything down. No supporting roles are required for this performance. Only sisters are entitled to share the stage. You need parts with range, explosive, and area attack effects, such as rocket launcher and flamethrower. You need to mow down the legions and other enemies for your sisters. It's your job to pave the way for your sisters with your overwhelming firepower and to seize the initiative in battle. Wow.
Armament 2.
Armament 2, yeah, no, I saw it, I was like, damn.
Of course.
This is a focused class.
Mm-hmm.
Flames of the End. When a blast attack is successful, this maneuver can be... mean.
Yeah.
You can basically say, no, you don't get to defend this. No, you're going to take that damage, bitch.
It nullifies two things. Defend, which lowers the damage of the attack, and nullifies explosive, which for a lot of hovers doubles the damage on it.
Yeah.
And against savants, do horrible things like hit in two parts.
This is mean.
It also has a very, very low cost of 1.
Yeah.
So Flames of the End,
whole
amazing.
book. Okay, this is the thing I'm talking about this whole book. Every single class in this is very powerful.
Yes.
Very powerful. Like,
and a lot of their stuff hopefully just works.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like waste in this entire book.
There's no like redundant skills. There's no skills that you're wondering, why is this here? Why would I use this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. So you can do that. That is brutal. Extermination. +1 bonus for attack checks made against legions. If it is a blast attack, add another +1. Again,
Ooh.
Swarm management. Whoever made this obviously seems to have had a bad time with legions in a previous game.
A lot of times, necromancer need to find a way to use legions effectively. A lot of tricks with legions that they are usually just a huge like damage soaker.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like a way to hinder the those movement, and that's really, really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But with characters like Extermination, the ability to use Extermination and just having like say a bar rolls around, that can really, really ruin your Necromancer's day, and I like that.
Also, I just noticed this next skill. This next skill is like a variant of a Gothic skill.
Oh yeah?
Burnout. When a blast attack is successful, a blast check is successful, if the remaining parts of the enemy is 4 less than the result of the attack, it is automatically destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Ultimate Predator.
Yeah, exactly. With Ultimate Predator, you need to hit range 0 unarmed attack to rip and tear. Yep. And that is 5 less, not 4 less, though.
That's still really good, though.
Oh, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
you don't understand.
That's an amazing skill.
Hammer. No, you don't understand. Burnout works on blast attacks, and blast attacks are often AoE.
No. Dusk, this is way meaner than that.
It's way meaner.
This is Gothic that doesn't have to get close.
Imagine a dynamite hitting a swarm of horrors with, like, say, 8 parts. You roll a good crit. You can destroy the entire swarm of horrors, like, say, like, half of the army of Necromancer in 1 hit. Burnout is amazing.
This is like I said before, everything in this book, all the classes in the book, all the positions have been really strong so far. This is fantastic.
God, with its
But-
combinations, you were good against Legion. With Burnout, you're good against Horror.
Mm-hmm.
And with Flame for the end, you're good against Savant. This class is stupid. I love this.
Hammer can only be used on your own blast attack check. At the end of check timing, if your attack with a... This lets you flip a crit.
It was awesome, man, you fuck.
You can flip a crit failure to a
No, this is way
critical...
worse than that. Okay, listen. You and Necromancers, when they see you are 2, they suddenly don't want to hinder you anymore, and they have to watch out for you tripping yourself.
Yes! You can flip a critical failure into a critical success.
Yeah.
You could be... Also, this is auto timing, so you can do this over and over again.
Listen, when you roll a 1, usually it's something horrible because you hit your allies. With Hammer, you can roll a 2 and make like a 1 and make like 11, making a horrible, horrible day.
This is amazing. This is mean.
This is absolutely amazing. Your Cicada can now do horrible things to you, and you're gonna sink the Cicada.
That is actually, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, if you have a Cicada and a Kryptos, you could do some really funny things with this.
You can hinder yourself on 3 Cicada.
Yep. Invitation can be used when a blast attack check is successful. When the total damage number exceeds the remaining parts of an enemy, any excess... That is actually really nice. So
Burnout Invitation. That's the obvious interaction.
Burnout Invitation is... So what this is doing in a nutshell is saying, so one of the things you'll encounter, especially when you're finishing off an enemy, is overkill. And let's say you finish off an enemy that's got like 2 parts, and you use a damage 4 attack to do it. Normally, that extra 2 damage would be lost. It's just gone. But Invitation means that you can now take that extra 2 damage and apply it to another enemy in the same area.
There's something really good about Invitation as well. This excess damage being applied to another enemy in the same area shouldn't trigger its own damage timing. So if you, say, kill a Horror that only have 1 HP left with a damage of 6, you can transfer 5 damage over to a Savant.
And they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, they can't do a defense cell because they are not being attacked. It's Invitation.
Oh my god.
That can penetrate otherwise impenetrable defense.
This is evil.
Yeah, it's pretty evil. I like it.
This is really
It's good.
Self-destruct device can be used when a blast attack part is damaged. It's like a variant of Zombie Bomb. Okay.
Is a Zombie Bomb.
Yeah, but you cannot use it with Zombie Bomb.
Yeah, so you can't...
This is again, they knew what was coming. They knew what somebody was going to do. They were going to take this, get Zombie Bomb, blow up the Zombie Bomb, and then try and use this as a chain for the Zombie Bomb. They're like, yeah, no.
Unfortunately, but it's still really good. Notice that this is a shooting attack. I need to double check.
Yeah, that's
right. Because I think this might be blast attack.
Yeah, this would make more sense if it was blast. Kind of weird.
But even if it's shooting, there is some use for this.
Really good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So that is the classes and positions. Let's go take a look at the new parts now. Let's see. Based on everything else so far, I'm expecting these to just be silly.
Fun time, yes.
I am expecting these parts to be ridiculous. Tier 1 armaments. Defend 1. If the torso location is struck, then the... Oh, that's already good. We're already off to a good start.
Okay, it's a tier 1 armament with damage timing, cost of 0, and defend 1, potential defend 2.
Yeah.
That's just in general good.
There's 2 of them.
There's
defense. 2 of them, by the way. Look at Helmet. Look a little further down.
Ah, yes. There's Helmet.
The same thing, but for head.
Yeah. They are tier 1, so they are easy to get. So that's nice.
This is what they consider... Like, honestly, if this is what they consider tier 1, I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
It's not bad.
Rompire. Melee attack 3, tier 2, cost 3, range... Oh no, it's another 0-1 melee weapon. I've
It's a reach.
0-1. Melee weapons that have reach get really dumb very quickly.
Yeah.
There's only, to my knowledge, in the base game, there's only one melee attack that has reach like this, which is monofilament. And monofilament is considered to be one of the most broken parts in the game.
Yeah. Mostly due to chain attack Zerber, if I'm gonna be completely honest.
The fact that it has reach. The fact that it has reach is disgusting.
Yeah, it's really good for a melee character.
This is not quite as bad as monofilament. Then again, it's also tier 2.
It's only a tier 2, and it's in armament.
Regimental flag. Check 302. Oh, this is also amazing. This is also really good.
It's really expensive.
Support 2 or hinder 2 to anyone within range within range 2 of yourself. That is funny.
The only problem is that it's really costly. The cost is really
costly. It is really costly. Then again, I don't think there's many hinders or supports that have long range.
I mean,
yes,
you could just play Commissar.
Range.
You could just play Commissar.
True, I guess. Oh no!
What do you mean? Oh no!
Exoskeleton. Another auto part that adds more damage to unarmed and melee. Yay! It's not like there's already 20 of those.
Well, 3, but yes.
Point is, there's a bunch of them.
Yes. This is also tier 3 armament. So that's okay. They are usually tier 3 something.
Okay, minigun. Minigun is already funny. Shooting attack 3, chain 2, +1 to the attack check.
It's a solid attack.
5, range 0 to 3.
It's very solid.
That's very good. This is like right up there with. Let me pull up armaments real quickly. There's another part that is really good in tier 3 baseline armaments that this reminds me of. Not an anti-tank rifle. Anti-tank rifle is kind of
For me, this more reminds me of a mutation. Meat snake.
Ah, yeah, you're right. It is like meat snake.
Yeah.
It's like meat snake. Fucking A. It's a ranged meat snake. That is horrible. You don't get the free reroll of meat snake, but
you get +1.
You get +1 and
do slightly more damage.
It costs more, but you also have range, unlike meat snake. That's good. That's really good.
The +1 damage is actually really significant.
Oh,
Fur with chain attack.
Fur is okay. I just looked at the mutations just now real quickly. Fur is already really cute.
Oh no. +1 to conversing checks.
Yeah. Touching the warm fur is reassuring and comforting.
I can play a Nanachi.
Yes, you can. Nah. Nah. I just go nah all the time.
I assume the +1 bonus to conversing checks applies to yourself.
God. I'm pretty sure it does as well.
Easier. You quit easier as Alice.
What did you say?
I hate this. You quit easier as Alice.
Yeah, no, you crit easier as Alice. Then
I remember Alice when quit.
This makes another Alice. This makes an Alice skill really useful.
Anything that gives +1 to conversing checks is
makes
good.
Alice really good. But yeah, no.
Yes.
This and Maiden.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Maiden.
No, I know what you mean.
Fuck, what skill am I thinking of? No, right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Undefeatable Heart.
Undefeatable Heart. I think yeah.
+2.
Yeah, that one is really good.
You can make it so like you only need a 2 or 3
no. I just realized the combination. I just realized the play here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Fur, Alice, Undefeatable Heart. Never mind.
What were you thinking? Explain the process. I
thought voice effect required you to make a conversation check before it happened. No, it just does it already. Okay, never mind. I thought there was like a skill. I thought there was like a skill or something that made it so that when you made a conversation check with somebody, they also benefited from it.
Oh, one smile from Alice, but it
Oh, that's
requires a
warm.
critical success.
Okay, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
And
Fur,
fur helps.
warm smile. Fur and warm smile is that's the combo. Okay.
And the unfeelable heart. Just stack everything in half.
Yeah, stack
It's
everything.
really good.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the play there.
Yeah, that's the Alice 70 heal build.
Seed.
Oh
Unarmed attack
no.
1. Defend maneuvers cannot reduce the damage of this attack. An organ that acts like a gun and shoots something. Don't think too hard about what you're using and how you're using it.
You can become Mega Man, but with mutation.
Yes.
The thing is, right, this is an arm attack.
But I love it. Just, don't think about it. Don't worry about it.
Arm attack is disgusting because there's a lot of things that work with arm attack.
Yeah, like all the things that work with unarmed attack that are auto timing, I might add. Melee
The thing
bias.
is, the biggest thing is that this defeats defend maneuvers,
Yeah,
so
no.
it's extremely stupid.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It works with Horn.
This is what I talk about when I say this game has a heavy melee bias. Is
Yeah.
so many of the bonuses and benefits that melee and unarmed attacks get are auto timing. Whereas anything that's like that's shooting or blast, if you're lucky, there's like 1 or 2 of them, and they are all rapid, check, or damage timing.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things about how your arm attack works in this game to TLDR. It's good.
It's one of my perennial frustrations with this game.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Whatever. Yeah, no. Tier 2 mutations. Peeling. Reduces the cost of unarmed attack maneuvers and parts by 1 to a minimum of 1.
See, now it costs 1.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're right. Seed. Peeling.
It just works.
It's like 1 AP shotgun all over again.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Seed.
There's also
no,
just...
Kogasa. Seed.
Yeah.
Peeling. Gauntlet. Horn.
Yeah. There's also just the usual of using your fist as a Gothic and just rip and tear.
Yeah.
So now you just get like dismembers left and right for really, really cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Smoke. During the battle phase, shooting attacks made by allies into the area you occupy gain a +1 bonus to their attack checks. Oh my god, it's auto timing and it helps shooting attacks.
Nice! So you can be a melee
literally...
character and help your allies out with smoke.
Yeah!
Also free support.
You are literally, I'm just thinking of this as you're just tossing around smoke grenades to mark things.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, though. That's really fucking good.
That's amazing.
Kneading. Again, this is another part where they really thought about it. They really thought about it with this part. Repair 1 damaged enhancement part cannot be used on Zombie Bomb. They knew.
No. Don't make me
knew.
do bread. Don't make me do bread.
You're going to be bread.
No.
Your body can be warped and shaped to do any job. Arms, legs, even blades and guns can be formed from your flesh, organs, and bones. Swallow is already funny. And it reminds me of a Gothic skill. Unarmed attack 3. When this attack hits a legion, you gain 1 entrails part to your torso location.
You gotta eat. Sometimes you just gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
Yeah.
Hal would have loved this part. Hal would have loved this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, nom indeed, Dusk. Nom indeed. And like I said, I think there's a Gothic skill that does something similar. Let me see if I can find it. It is not this one. Feast of Flesh is similar, but not quite what I'm looking for. Never mind. I thought there was a skill that did something similar.
There might be, but
there might be, but I can't remember what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on to the enhancements. Cyberclaw. Melee 1 and explosive. Okay, that's already... We're already going. We are already going.
For those that don't know in the chat, explosive is a keyword that when you heal Legion or Horror, you do that like twice the damage.
But if it's on a Savant, then the damage bleeds over to the next adjacent zone.
Yep. For example, you hit a leg, explosive will also hit their torso.
Yeah. I should also mention, so damage zones work like this. So when you roll your dice, anything above a 6 is considered a hit. If it's a 6, your target gets to pick what zone gets hit. 7 is legs, 8 is torso. There are 4 zones: legs, torso, arms, head. 7 is legs, 8 is torso, 9 is arms, 10 is head.
Mm-hmm.
This basically means that if you hit them, and I think, Kogasa, do you remember how bleed over works on explosive? Because it only bleeds over to one zone, doesn't it?
Only one zone.
Yeah.
But it still effectively double your damage.
Yeah, you still effectively doubled your damage. You could do.
And it's really funny on the crit.
Yeah. Cold Blood is funny already.
11 is indeed
When you
a crit.
take damage, you may use this on whatever damaged you. Unarmed 0 and stagger. The unarmed... Oh, so basically it's a stagger you have to roll for. Okay. That's what that means.
That's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah. Advanced machines often require high-pressure cooling measures. These fluids can potentially freeze anything they touch.
So it's literally cold blood.
Yeah,
okay.
Literally cold blood. It's literally, you've popped a cooling line and now your hand is frozen.
Yeah, for a moment I thought you were giving it a stare. But no, you were spraying it with your actual cold blood. Okay.
Yeah, I I was wondering that too. Yeah, no. Avatar. Jaw gets +1 bonus to damage dealt and -1 to its cost.
Gothic will know
Gothic
this.
with Rip and Tear and Avatar.
Yeah.
This is all like I'm already seeing funnies you can do with this. Yeah, no. And then Wolfpack. What do you do? During the battle phase.
Wait.
What?
How much the jaw cost?
Jaw, basic parts. Let's find out.
It costs 3, didn't it, right?
Jaw costs 2.
2.
Yeah, 2. So you now have 1 AP jaw.
1 AP jaw. Do 2 damage.
Do 2 damage and has dismember.
Always like rip and tear.
Yeah.
Yeah. With File Repass, they also get -2 with dismember check.
Oh my god, you're right.
So you have 1 AP attack, like a dismember your
Avatar
enemy.
Gothic is funny. Avatar Gothic is funny.
Yeah.
Problem is Gothic... Oh, Gothic does have an enhancement point. Okay. I was going to say Gothic doesn't have points in enhancement, but it does. Never mind.
Listen, Avatar is tier 2. You can get it with just another class, even if there's not. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. This is a funny combination already.
Yeah, good times, good times.
Pack. During the battle phase, if a sister is in the same area as you, you and all those sisters in the area gain +1 to unarmed and melee attack checks. Multiple wolf packs do not stack this bonus. So this basically encourages you to bunch up.
This
could be countered pretty effectively, but is also really powerful.
This is interesting in that it works with Senators when they use instantaneous.
Yeah. Because it's auto timing, you're right. This works with instantaneous. This is like the only way you could get support. Oh my god.
That's silly.
That is silly.
Something you have reason to work with the Senators in frontline.
Yeah,
suddenly
no. Literally, the only way this could have been dumber is if it stacked.
Yeah.
Imagine if this stacked.
Imagine you have an entire party of Thanatos.
Of Thanatos with Wolfpack, instantaneous, and just bunch up in limbo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a good time.
Wing Saber. Oh my god. So remember how monofilament is busted? Wing Saber is basically the same thing except swap dismember for explosive.
And slightly more damaging.
Yeah, slightly more damage. Okay.
Which is good. Like, it's
This
really good explosive.
this part is going to cause. This part would potentially cause somebody to flip a table. This part is busted as hell.
You mean crossbow? Or
Wing saber.
I mean, it's 8 damage if you hit and then chain attack, and that also hit.
Yeah.
For tier 3, this is only on par with what some of the better tier 3 parts. This is not exceptional, but it's still really, really good.
Remember, Kogasa, it's melee, so it gets all the auto bonuses.
Yeah, like me Snake. Me Snake gets more bonus than this by just a little bit.
A
But you
little
are
bit,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Me Snake Horn.
Oh my god, you're right.
I play
Yeah, you
with
can't
people.
horn this. You're right about that. You cannot horn this.
Yeah.
Crossbow. Action 3, range 1+1/2. What the fuck? A melee attack with minimum range.
I'm not sure if this is melee attack or not, but it might be, yeah.
Yeah, no. Melee attack
If it
3.
hits.
If it hits, the target's attack maneuvers cost 1 extra action point until the end of the current round. This doesn't stack.
Thankfully, it doesn't stack, else it's
Oh
stupid.
my god! Yeah, if this stacked, it would be. If this stacked, it would cause someone to flip a table.
You can stop an enemy from attacking, like, if you do a right thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's a way to reduce the cost to, like, 1.
Yeah, I know.
God.
So, crossbow with the right cost reduction parts, like you're saying to do that, this is dumb. Crossbow is dumb as hell. I love it.
It doesn't stack, which is the saving grace in the whole dumbness of it.
You know what would have been really funny if they had said?
Yeah.
Is this doesn't stack from your crossbow.
This is a party with crossbows.
Yeah.
And no killer in the world.
that would have been bullying. But
and just a sorority with order. It's
yeah,
like,
no,
oh.
sorority with order, just like everyone, like literally, like I just imagine it, like sorority with order with S is literally just like somebody like raising up a flag and then bringing it down to order a firing line to all like release
boats.
Yeah. Oh no.
You mean, oh yes. It's a good time.
Yes, I do. Oh my god. So now we're gonna do something. You may have seen it based on this tab. We're gonna put a character together. So Kogasa, I want you to decide our position and classes.
Aw, I have to pick?
Yes.
Does it have to be from only Scarlet March? Or...
Position and one class does.
That is difficult.
Or not even, no, one of them has to be from Scarlet March. So either a position or one of the classes. Let's just make things easier that way.
That would be easier, but it's just 1,000 ideas. It's really hard to pick.
Yeah.
That's my main problem.
You know what? I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you by picking one of the classes.
No. I have an idea now. It's not a good idea, but...
Hit me.
Okay, so Commissar? Here's Commissar. Yeah. With Commissar, right? You have a lot of things that work with, like...
So we're going to need that.
Loudspeaker, for example.
Yeah.
That's just in general good.
Yeah. So what about our
I think it was Cicada. Cicada has something that worked with cost, right? Or not cost, hinder and support.
Yeah, no.
That's the entire class.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Commissar Cicada. And what about the second class?
Ooh, that's the problem. I don't know.
This one does not have to be from Scarlet March.
And that opens up a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of fun stuff. Yeah. There's always delight in corruption from Gothic, but maybe not.
Actually, no, you know what? We talked about this already. You know what would be the funny one?
Yeah?
Requiem.
Requiem.
Reload, remember?
It's not Reload. I think it's from Thanatos, actually, not Requiem.
Oh, is it Thanatos? Let me check.
I don't know. Let me double check.
Let me check. I'm gonna pull it up too.
Yeah, you're the one with the scream.
Requiem. Yeah, no, it's not Requiem. Is it
Hmm.
Thanatos then? What am I looking for here? It's
I don't
something that
remember.
lets you refresh a rapid. Oh, is it? Where are you? I know you exist. Just don't remember where you are.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Brain not working.
Reload or something that lets you refresh a rapid or other timing. I
Oh wait,
can't.
Gothic.
Oh, is it Gothic?
It's denying corruption.
Oh, it is not your corruption. Fuck, we're dumb.
Yeah, so when something triggers damage timing, you can use denying corruption and just refresh a rapid check of damage maneuver that you have already used.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do Commissar Cicada Gothic then.
Yeah, that seems good.
Okay. As for skills, what do you want from Commissar?
Um God. I know I said loudspeaker.
Yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah, you did.
But excuses.
Excuses? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our position skill figured out. Excuses, which is, let me just, I'm putting in all the things here. So excuses is check 101 for timing check, cost 1, range 0 to 1. The effect is hinder 1 any number of times per round.
Yeah, this is really similar to another part from enhancement
Yeah.
called embalming.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right. It
embalming is the same
is.
thing,
You're
but
right.
hinder
It is
too.
very similar. It is very similar.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our position skill figured out. What about our class skills for Cicada?
Uh,
We can't use ego saturation attack. That's out of the question, obviously.
of course, of course. Um, I think hacking is a must
Mm-hmm.
when you are in Skina.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good.
Yeah, hacking is amazing.
Hmm.
So hacking, which is 3-1 range. Hacking is timing
Yeah,
rapid.
and because we already have what's it
Cost 1
excuses
range 1
from
2.
Commissar,
Yeah.
I think synapse interception is good.
Okay.
With synapse interception, you can flip your own
Oh, that's right. You can flip the
excuses.
hinder. You can flip excuses to be a support. Yeah.
Yeah, and consider excuses can be spammed easier than say stuff.
Yep.
It just works.
Ah, it's not doing the thing I was wanting it to do. There we go. There we go. Now it's matching. Okay. I just wanted it to match everything because it's going to bother me if it doesn't.
Yep.
So scroll down so people can see what we're doing here. Now, what about our second position skill? Synapse
Well,
intercept, you
Gothic,
said?
right?
No.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah, synapse interception. That's right.
Yep.
Check cost 2, range 1 2. That goes here. Oh my god. It bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me. It
The
bothers
font?
me. The fact that it doesn't match. Because you see how, like, when it pastes in, it looks different?
I think you need to do Control Shift V when you paste stuff.
Oh, thanks for letting me know about that.
It might be that, or what you can do is you can press Control E to go to your search bar on your Firefox and
Yeah.
paste it. But that's a
Let's
little
see here.
bit weird.
Synapse interception. Synapse interception. Call timing check. Cost 2, range 1 2.
Hmm.
And then for Gothic, we said delight in corruption, right? Unless you want to change it.
I think that was idea we were going for, right?
Yep. Okay, then.
There might be other stuff that's really fun, like say in Romanesque.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go Romanesque.
Oh, okay. Romanesque, fine.
Yeah. With Romanesque, you can take once many charm.
Okay. One's many Oh, the wiki failed to load right. I hate when it does this.
Oh no.
It'll do this sometimes. Everything looks kind of janky.
Hmm.
Romanesque, one's many charms. Cost of your basic parts, forearm and foot, decreases by... This is fucking hilarious.
It's great.
Yeah.
Romanesque is not a bad class.
One's many charms, which is auto 0 self.
It makes your arms and legs a little bit cheaper. Well, forearm and foot a little bit cheaper.
That didn't work.
Oh no.
The Control Shift V thing you mentioned didn't work, but I just changed it anyways.
Oh,
so that
okay.
is our skills figured out. Let's go do our reinforcement points now. So Cicada has armament enhancement, and then Romanesque has 2 enhancement. That gives us 1, 0, 3. Where do you want to put the last one? Where do you want to put the last free point?
Probably armament, because armament 2 is always good.
Yeah.
That's one trick in character building.
So that sets up our reinforcement points. Now we got to figure out our reinforcement parts. So we've got 2 armaments and 3 enhancements to play with.
This is really simple, honestly.
Yeah.
Except for the new part from Scarlet March, I think.
Oh yeah, which
I didn't consider about those. I didn't consider about new parts, but usually with armament of 1 and 2, you just get a Kung Fu and boost, and you're a good character.
Boost. Yeah, I know. This is true. This is true.
You can just forget about doing things and just pick those 2, and you're a good character already.
On the other hand, we have helmet, which is really good. Armor, clothes, and helmet, which are really good. We have
the thing is those are cheap, which is really good.
Yeah, those are cheap. Those are tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
We have Rompire, which would make us really fucking busted.
I don't see attacking too much. That cost of 3 is a little bit expensive.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. And Regimental Flake is okay, but it's also really expensive.
Really expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're thinking
that's the main thing. They're too expensive.
Go with Kung Fu and Boost, or?
Yeah, Kung Fu and Boost. You really need additional AP. Your maximum AP is very important when you are playing stuff like, say, with a lot of support.
Then we're gonna go armaments. So I can get the names and such for these. Kung Fu, auto non-self. And then we're gonna go, where does that go? Kung Fu, head, okay. So that goes head, insert row below. Kung Fu, which has... Where's the damn description on this?
+1 maximum AP?
Yeah, +1 maximum AP, that's what I was looking for. Auto no self. Zero self. Maximum action points +1. Okay, and then this gets colored in to match the category, because that's a thing I like to do. And then boost is next, and boost goes in head as well. So add another row below. Boost. This is rapid. 0 and 0. You cannot target yourself. Move 1. That's really good. Mutations we don't have to worry about. So now moving on to enhancements.
Oh, this part is also easy.
Oh, yeah?
Just take a wild guess. If you answer Androlan for tier 1, you're correct.
Yep.
And if you answer Reflex...
AP is king.
And if you answer Reflex for tier 2, you're also correct.
Yep. Oh, adrenaline and reflexes.
And for the last one, this is a little bit off the chart, but embalming.
Okay, so let me just put these in real quickly. So first is adrenaline.
Yep.
Which is auto 0 self and max AP +1. Which is always like the AP is hilarious. Stacking AP parts is hilarious.
Currently, if we get beheaded, we die.
Yeah, if we get beheaded, we die. This is
but
true.
that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Where do you want to put reflexes? It can go anywhere.
in the head.
Are you serious?
Yes. Just don't get hit in the head now.
Don't get hit forehead, I guess. Let me check the color on this. Okay, I see where it is now. It's light purple 1. But I wanted to check real quickly because I use the colors to categorize everything. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Dusk. Insert row below.
You don't understand. You'll see the next part.
Oh my
And then you'll
god.
understand.
Oh my god.
Guess where embalming goes?
Where? Head?
Yep, you can only go to head.
Oh my god. So reflexes, maximum action points 1. It's basically the same as adrenaline. And then embalming goes on top of that. Row below.
Yep. This character will never get a turn, like a proper turn.
And then embalming. Check to 0. Hinder 2. You may use this maneuver any number of times per round, but only once per check. This character basically never attacks, but everyone else hates them.
This character is really, really good with a Gothic, with a viably pass and just a rip and tear.
Ah, yes. I can already see what you're doing here.
Because you can hinder dismember checks, and you are the hindering machine, you always get hinder 3 on demand.
Yep.
And you can do even more with your cheap, food part or just other stuff. So yeah, it just works.
It just works, I guess. But
It's
so,
horrifying.
what is your overall impression of Scarlet March? I think I've already said what I needed to say. It's like everything in this is very strong. This has very little, if any, waste, which is not something you can
no
say
waste.
about the base game. Yeah, the base game has a lot of waste parts that are just like you're like, why is this here?
There's some stuff that's really
worse. A lot of it is made worse by the fact that I mentioned before, melee and unarmed get all the love. Shooting and blast are basically told to go sit in the fucking corner and eat a bread crust.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of parts that's really situational in the base part. Well, in the base game.
Yeah.
I overall think Scarlet March is definitely worth it. And if you have money, please go support the creator.
You have money, go
it's
get it
only
from
1,000 yen.
Go get the book from Booth, even if you can't read it. Just show them some love because they've done some great work here.
It's only 1,000 yen and it's amazing, and it's got a lot of amazing artwork.
$10 for the artwork is gorgeous.
It's even cheaper now because yen's weaker.
Oh my god, you're right. It is, the yen is weaker.
So yeah, feel free to click on the link and show the creators some love.
This has been actually really cool. And like I said, I think it was great that we both went into this blind because a lot of this was like we were discovering things together. We were finding out, like, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Browser capture, where are you? I need to hide you. Display capture, go away. I don't want you here. Why was that open? Whatever. It's fine. We'll make it work. I don't think I did anything that would dox me, so it's fine.
I wasn't looking, I guess.
Okay.
Send me a character sheet template later. I might make your characters Dusk.
Okay. Yeah, no, let me actually just post that for you right now. Let me just post that character template for you right now.
I double checked errata.
Yeah.
Bowgun is indeed a melee attack due to the flavor of the crossbow that we're trying to go for. So it wasn't a mistake. So it's fun. Yeah.
Good. So here is a copy of the template. Just make a copy and you're good to go. Anybody who wants to make characters for Necronica, there you go. Here's the wiki for Necronica as well to give you your basic resources. Everything can be found here that we were looking at, except for the book itself, because that is what Kogasa posted earlier. I very much like this book. I very much like what this book has added to the game, and I think it's really well done. The
You
art is
remember,
gorgeous.
you know how powerful like cicada cryptos and what was it? What's the last one? Monake.
Yeah, Voynich, yeah.
Yeah, Monage maybe not so much, but Sing Sing
Cicada,
Cicada and cryptos can be used by a necromancer as well.
yeah. Yeah.
Imagine invitation, but on your party,
Oh my
and your
god.
dull friend just get completely blown out,
That would
and
start
the
a
blast
fight.
goes on you.
That would start a
That would
fight.
terrify.
That
Yes.
would start a fight.
Or just having burnout on the enemy with a flamethrower. It's a
Yeah,
horrible,
no.
horrible time for those.
Horrible time for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And again, that would probably start a fight.
Yeah. Mhm. So this not only give the players a lot of tools, but it also give the game master a lot of tools.
It does.
That's
Yeah.
just how Necronica rules.
Necronica is very much, if one person can do something, everyone can do something, and it's why
You should.
It's why it kind of reflects, because it's the opposite of this. One of my least favorite things that GMs do, which is I get to do something even though I explicitly state that you can't. Literally rules for thee, but not for me. It's like, even if it makes sense, go fuck yourself. Because
Necronica is kind of similar to what was a game called. There's a game where you play as 4 survivors. There's one player plays as a monster. Dead by Daylight.
yeah,
The Necromancer plays a role of the bad guy. Well, the Those plays the role of the survivors.
yeah.
In a lot of the cases, in a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
And this type of supplement gives tool for everyone, so everyone have new stuff to play with.
Mm-hmm.
In a really even way, and that's why we
Yep.
really like about this.
It's
Really powerful.
It's really
for
powerful.
everyone.
It's really powerful, but that's, again, the big thing is there's no, like I said, there's no one-sidedness to it.
Yeah. Oh god, I want to make a what was it? A savant with the new parts for the armament.
Yeah,
Just
no.
wearing helmet.
Who should we? I know who we're gonna go say hello to, because she is actually going to be in a Necronica game soon. It was supposed to happen before, but scheduling got in the way.
Yeah.
So we're going to go say hi to Purity Valentine.
Okay.
I want you to think. I want to think. What should the raid message be? That's the hard question, though.
I never have one for a reason. You can guess our reason, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I can guess the reason exactly.
Yeah.
As for the raid message, what should the raid message be? I'm thinking... Yes! Actually, that's perfect! That is perfect, Dusk. That is perfect. Ego saturation attack. So,
Sure.
I'm probably going to have to leave as soon as we raid into it because I have a bad reaction to ASMR.
Oh no.
But I do think Purity would appreciate what we've actually been talking about here.
Alright. That's good.
So
yeah.
again, the
Thanks
raid
for
message
the
is ego is that. Ego saturation attack.
I'm ready.
And yes, Joru. Ego saturation attack. Ego.
Joru, please.
Ego, Joru. But with that, I say to everyone here, see you on Saturday when we'll... Actually, no. I'll actually see you all tomorrow on Wise's channel. If you know Wise the AI, I'm going to be over there doing voice acting for the game 999, part of the Zero Escape series. And with that, let me just make sure Purity didn't die because things just got shifted around. Because if she went offline, I definitely don't want to raid into that. I've done that before. So let me just do a quick check here.
Oh, she's still going. Don't worry.
Oh, she's still going? Okay, good.
Yeah, I have a tab open.
Yeah, okay, good. And with that, I say to everybody here, good night.
And stay safe out there.